Hopefully, this thing is on. What's up, good people? It is about to go down. We will be talking about Barack Hussein Obama and what he did for black people. It is almost unanimous that black people always say Barack ain't do nothing for black people. I said I have to be able to find at least one Negro somewhere who disagrees. And God damn it, I found him. And it's not Real Brother Radio. No, it's not RBR. I found somebody who's sane, who believes that Barack did something for black people. And God damn it, we going in. We'll be right back after this intro. Peace. Well, not peace. I say that when I'm leaving. I'm rambling now. I'll get back at y'all. But we about to be joined by, you see it in the title, about to be joined by Black Torch, talking about with Barack Hussein Obama, the first black president, half black, but I'm giving it to him. First black president did for black people. Can't wait. It's about to be a good one. Let's get it. And oh yeah, I know I got a little extra clean on y'all today. A little extra clean on there. We talking about Barack. I had to get a little extra clean today. And I can't get my buttons together. Still can't get right. Okay, here we go.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me. No traffic jam delay.
That was a disaster. I messed up big time. Give me a second. Yeah, that's how bad we doing right now. I got myself in here twice and can't get rid of it. So I got to make one of That was a disaster. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully everything is going okay. I clicked on some stuff I should not have clicked on at all. And it completely botched the intro, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to get through it. The show must go on. Building a plane while we flying it. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Building a plane while we flying it. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. And we're just going to cut the intro short. We're just going to do a non-intro. And now I'm about to do what I was actually trying to do. Trying to get the link to Black Torch. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. Shit be fucking up. Damn it. I didn't want this to happen today, but bear with me. We gonna work through it. Now my internet is on some Negro wireless shit. Plantation wireless. All right, Black Torch, you got the link. I just sent you the link. I just sent Black Torch the link. All right. We ready. We are ready. It is on and popping. We are ready to go. I apologize for the inconveniences and the technical difficulties. They happen from time to time. I'm not even 100%. Well, I wasn't 100% sure until just right now if whether or not y'all could actually hear me. So we about to just get this thing started from the start. We gonna act like the show just started right now and gave few people some time to get in here. We got 81 people in the building. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early, dropping them likes and those comments before the show even gets started. Cool gent in the building. Greetings. The Mac the trucker says, "What's good, Bernard? Please bring RBR up for this discussion." No. So we hear about the black genius. No. It will not happen. D-Rock Den in the building. That goddamn coon, conservative, says, "Yes, I'm first." Fourth. Tyrone Miles in the building. I really want to see someone prove Obama did anything for black people. That's what he's going to do. Ty City is calling. I call a cookout 8 minutes into the panel. Oh, y'all coming through with the support. I see the super chats coming. Somebody said, "Click clack." Is that a gun cocking? Ready to go. Respect Bernard Riley in chat. Who we got here? Amazing creation. They say he released some prisoners and did something for predominantly black college, but as a whole, his plans were pretty inclusive. That helped the minorities. Word. Black president gave hope. Melodies. Also, yes. Go subscribe to my backup channel. That's important. And get the like button. Hit the like button. But subscribe to my backup channel. Good folks. Go subscribe to the backup. I'm gonna be going live over there. You don't want to miss it. Who else we got in here? Kenny Conjo. We still waiting on Black Torch to show up in the back chat. Hopefully he don't play me today, or I'm gonna have to freestyle what I think Barrack did for black people. Then y'all could bring all the pitchforks, torches, and lanterns out on me. Floyd Holt in the building. He said Obama did redo tax codes and allow Trump to pay little to nothing in taxes. Wait, we are talking about black people. My bad. Oh, y'all are just so horrible. Obama was inspirational, respectable, and relatable, but he did not have a black agenda specific for us. I do understand what you mean by inspirational. My youngest son, this is just all symbolic bullshit. Black Torch is bringing receipts though, but this is all symbolic bullshit what I'm about to say. My youngest son was born in 2008. Barrack was elected in 2008. So just think about that through the psyche of black kids growing up. The first president my oldest is 17. You know, he don't remember Bush. Like their first experience of a president was Barack Obama. That's something different in the psyche of black kids who grew up in that. Again, that's symbolic bullshit. So don't think that that's the argument today. But that is something. The inspirational, respectable, all that. I mean, I get all of that. I get all of that. Jesse in the building. Don't disrespect the first black president. Who you talking to? Oh, you must be talking to the chat because I haven't disrespected. We are saying nothing but good things of the first black president. Let me get to the bottom of this super chats and what not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Oh man, he says no. Okay, he gave us our first Wakanda biracial president. Oh my goodness, yeah, clowning. Petty Tony, you being petty. He says no tangibles. Melody says you look. Oh, thank you, Melody. You're so sweet. I'd be ignoring compliments in the chat, being all bougie, like I don't really care, but I will. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. He sang some app. Since we moved together, I ain't gonna do it. Loving. All right. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna sing. But he was jamming. Give him his props. I know I saw a bunch of super chats. Brian Tolbert in the building says paying dues. Thank you for that. We're gonna look at get the super chats shouted out while we wait on Black Torch. Paging Black Torch. Black Torch, please show up. Okay, there we go. We was getting real close to me reaching out to RBR. So Black Torch, I'm glad you just showed up in the back chat. Because I would have reached out to RBR. I would have done it. Hey, bro, please don't talk too loud and tough on Barack Obama. RBR will show up here in a rage of furies. Salute Reverend Riley. This is not a shit on Obama Day. Black Torch is coming with receipts of what Barack did for black people. So the shitting on Obama is not going to come to that panel open up. That's when he's probably going to get all, and I mean all the smoke. All of it. I thought RBR was the only poll writer of Obama. I guess not. No. RBR is not. The challenge I had today was to find somebody who's sane to make the case that Obama did something for black people. That was the challenge. I believe I succeeded because Black Torch is at least not crazy. And he's going to make a case for Obama and what Obama did for black people. But thanks for the super chat to Mac the Trucker. Corner Store Podcast, Morning to the Grown Man Hour, Deacon Riley. Thank you. I be forgetting to do my little scroll across the scene. Welcome across the screen. I can't talk. I don't know if anybody listened to Kevin Samuels last night. I came in right at the right moment when some chick said she had some certifications. I believe she was trying to say certifications. Kevin Samuels made her repeat that 5 times and then tell him what it meant to make sure. She said she had some certifications. I got certifications because he was trying to. Okay. Anyway, that shit was funny. That's like the new word. Certifications. I don't know if y'all saw that. That shit was funny. She thought she was educated and had some certifications. Corner Store Podcast. Oh, man. I see you in the back chat, Black Torch. About to bring you up as soon as I shout out my super chats. Corner Store Podcast says, good morning to the grown man hour. Peace, salute, and shout out to you. Appreciate you. Abdul Jones in the building says, morning, Bernard in chat. What's going on? Oh, man, everybody coming through. D-Rock Den, back at it. Came through with a super chat, super sticker. Appreciate that. Ray Clemens, he says, good morning, Holmes. Great topic for today's show. Salute. All right. I think that's covering it for now. Damn, the Mac the trucker coming back through. Obama made black El Caminos very hot. Damn. Oh yeah, y'all are going ham. He said you need Lil Big Nate. I want Lil Big Nate on this panel. Lil Big Nate, if you're listening, I want you to hop on the panel when I open it up. And I'm going to reach out to Lil Big Nate for a one-on-one. He hasn't been back on my show since he had a little run-in with MOT. Yeah, I know the infamous policies, nigga. What's your fucking policies, nigga? Lil Big Nate ain't been back since then. So I do got to formally reach out to my homie, Lil Big Nate. Cause me and him, we chopped it up a little bit on Xavier's panel. I missed a little big homie. So, you know, I got to get him back on the show. But without further ado, the man of the hour. The man of the hour. Let me fix my shit. The man of the hour today. The man of the hour is Black Torch, who is charged with the task of proving to a group of black people with pitchforks, torches, and lanterns that Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president of the United States of America, actually did something for black people. Black Torch, are you in the building? Are you there? Mic check on Black Torch.
Can you hear me?
All right, we got you. We got you. He is in the building.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yes, I can hear you quite well.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Now,
I like I said, I brought receipts. I don't. The only thing I ask is that when I get on a topic, you show the receipts because I don't deal in emotions. I don't deal in all these hyperboles like everybody else. I have the facts to back up what I say. So
right on.
With further ado, and just for the clarifications, I am not a Democrat or Republic. I'm an independent, and I am what you call a technocrat. So I believe in science and engineering and facts make my decision emotions. Like I'm not going to say his name, but other of the pookie conservative or whatever they want to call themselves. I don't sway by feelings. So I threw that's right. I threw the first one out there, Burnout.
All right. All right. Well, let's
Oh, you hear me? It seems like a little lag.
It's a little lag. It's a delay.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, let's try to get that. Let's try to get that figured out.
Yeah. I got.
Now you're borging a little bit. Yeah, in the chat they saying they think you're a little behind. Let me see how let me pull up YouTube and see how it's sounding on YouTube. Man, this is not the show that I want to go haywire. I did want this one to be nice and crisp. Hopefully everything works out well. Say something. Are you there? Are you still behind? Are you trying to get it together? All right. Yeah, I just dropped him down. He's loading. I'm going to kick him all the way out the studio. Wait, hold on. Remove. I'm going to kick him out of the studio. Kick from studio. And bring him back. I just put the link in the chat. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm just dropping the link. I will not let you up. That link is for Black Torch. That link is for Black Torch. Or you can retake the email link. One or the other. One or the other. And while he's getting that ready to go, I'm going to pull up the... I got too much shit open to where I can't even find. Got too much stuff open. So I'm going to pull up the... Because he sent me some of the receipts. So I got the receipts on deck. So I'm going to screen share I'm going to screen share these receipts because he got a number of things. I'm looking at something. I'm reading it now. It says jobs created for black people. Unemployment rate for blacks was cut by more than half during the Obama administration, falling from 16.8 in March 2010 to 7.5 in January 2017. And he got links to show what he's talking about. So that'll be the first data point. So this is a receipts driven show. Make no mistake about that. He ain't coming on here with just feelings and emotions. And dude, I put the link in the chat. I specifically said I'm only giving the link to Black Torch. This is a one-on-one. So whoever this is that tried to jump up here, I got a poof be going you. Black Torch is about to get his fire put out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. News said laggy like Obama. Uh-oh. All right, y'all quit horsing around. If you sent a super chat, I'm sorry I missed it. Said Bernard Riley, he will take it out of context anytime someone say they deal with facts using biased info first. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, let's see how this how we sounding. Can you hear me?
You hear? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think you're
Hello? Can
still.
you?
Damn it. Yeah, you're still behind. You're still behind, and I don't know what to do to figure this out to solve this problem.
Hear you also.
All right, I want to just mic check right now. Say something if you can hear me. See what I'm saying right now.
Well, I checked. I reconnected everything. So okay. Mic check. Mic check. I can hear you perfectly clear.
Okay, well, good. If you can hear me, I can hear you. But it
You
just
hear me?
sounds like we're a little behind, and we're going to try to work through it. Even if we got to have you more or less do a monologue, we're gonna figure out how to work this out. So what I'm
That's
about to
okay.
do, yeah, I'm about to try to screen share. I'm about to screen share right now, and
Yeah. Just go to the just go to the that email which I sent
yep,
you
yep.
and click on Exhibit A.
Oh, perfect.
Did you click on it?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it right now. I'm just waiting for it to pop up, and it just popped
Who's
up. So
Mario? And
I don't know who the
I
hell. I
thought
don't
this was
know.
a one-on-one,
It
but
is a
I don't
one-on-one.
care.
I don't know. I
Doesn't
don't know
matter.
who the hell. No, I don't know who the hell that is. Somebody keep trying to jump up. I didn't let him in. He shouldn't be on the. Oh yeah. See, when I put the link in the chat for you to
Somebody's
try to
trying to
come.
get on.
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. He's not getting up, so don't worry about that. He's somebody. I don't know. I don't care who
Ask
he is.
him where is.
I don't know. I don't care who he is. Just let me get the screen share together, and then you could go ahead and
Well,
speak on this point.
yeah. Okay. No, I don't really care. I, I, I eat black conservatives for breakfast. So let's.
All right. Stake of economic.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is this it right here? Is this what you wanted to see? Because the thing that you sent me in the email that I just read, and this is what I just clicked on.
Dapperton, Bernard.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yep.
says
That's
job.
Exhibit A.
Okay, good. Because I'm just to set it up. It says jobs created for black
I
people.
have it down as exhibits. I have it down as exhibit. That's exhibit A. Yeah,
All
okay,
right,
let
go ahead.
out when I did because Bernard, give the background on this for people who don't know. Bernard asked someone to look at what Obama actually did for black people. So I separate the facts from hearsay from misinformation. So I actually went and looked to see what Obama's done for black people. And I was astonished at the amount of misinformation. First of all, the black unemployment rate when Obama took office was 16.8. That's on page 2 of that exhibit, Bernard. And that was in March of 2010. By the time Obama left, he had cut the black unemployment rate down to 7.8. That's astonishing. He's cut it more than half down. You still there? Yep. You see that thing? Obama Obama did that. He cut the employment down that much. Black unemployment. So when somebody tells you that Obama didn't do anything, point that out. And that document there is, and if you see that document there, you can see where it's written by. It's written by the Congress. It's written by Congress. These are facts. I know some of you people think facts are biased, but as again, I'm a technocrat, and I know and facts are not biased. They are what they are. And if you go to page 3, this is an interesting thing I found out also. Um, when you go to page 3 of that Bernard, you see there, it says right there, it says, no, no, go a little bit higher. Well, I'll just read it out what it says. It says on page 3, the black unemployment rate. Now, this is under Trump, increase to, and in December, it was still going up. So black unemployment rate started to tick back up under Trump, not what people believe. So that's a bunch of misinformation given by the black conservatives. And these are facts. Not these are not hyperboles. And now if you go to the next thing I put down there, the Bureau of Labor Statistics for October with COVID, the black unemployment rate went back up to 12.1. So, Bernard, if you see what I'm saying, black unemployment rate, Obama cut it in more than half, was almost down to its lowest level, and then it continued on in Trump for the first 2 years, but then start to tick up during this last the third year. So this thing about Trump is good for black people and unemployment is a myth, and it's not true. And here's the facts. And Bernard, if you can put that link to this document in the chat so they can see for themselves, this is a government website. Are you hearing me, Bernard? Hello?
Oh wait, shit! I was on mute. I was on mute. Yeah, I was following your directions best I possibly could. I think there's a delay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. No, I just said, could you put that link to the first thing about the black people's unemployment in more than half? It was 16, and he made it down to 7 point, what is it, 7.9. That's no, I mean 7.5. No other president has done that ever, ever. Cut black unemployment rate.
All
All right.
right.
And if
Yeah,
you also
right
if
now,
you
what are
also
you
add that,
are you looking at the StreamYard
I'm
screen right
saying
now?
that, yeah,
Okay, so you
you
should be
see that
seeing that I got
under
it
the
on.
Trump,
Yeah.
and then
Hmm.
you see that tail end of Trump.
Right.
Yeah, I see it. And then you see
Okay, now
that
this is
tail
something.
end.
Wait.
That's when it started to tick back up under Trump administration.
Yeah, now this is something that I've argued for a while.
You cut
Is
out,
that
Bruno.
I said that it was really high when Obama first got in office, and then you could clearly see that Obama lowered it down, and then when Trump took over and was in office for just in 5 minutes, he started taking credit for it, but it was you could see it continuing on the same exact trend that it was always doing. So he really didn't do that much. The only thing they could say is he didn't mess it up. I've been arguing that for a while that Trump didn't really do that much for black unemployment. It was Barack Obama, and Trump became the benefactor of what Barack ultimately did. I've said that for a while. Go ahead. You ready to move down to the next table, the next part?
And even worse. And to make it even, yeah, yeah, go to the next slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's HOBA. This is by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, another government website. If this is just for the This is for the naysayers. The current unemployment for Black people under Trump is 12.1. So it's rocketing right back up again.
Well, that's due to COVID, though, right?
Yeah, but no, but I already said that
Okay.
if you look at the other graph before that, Black people's unemployment was increasing under Trump. Look at the graph. It shows that it started ticking back up.
Mm-hmm.
See that tail end? That's in November. It started back up. And these are so put these for and to figure out what's going on. And under Obama, there was almost parity. If you see that, it was almost on parity of what was going on. The white trend and the black trend was almost indistinguishable about unemployment.
Yeah. See, we
And
looking at
these are
the.
facts. This is on the Senate website. Anybody can go. Bernard, like I said, put the links in the chat so they can see for themselves.
Oh yeah, I put the link in the chat. I put the link in the chat. I'm looking at the labor force participation data right here, and it looked like black and white are
Now,
evening
yeah,
out.
and yeah, you see it's
Yeah,
almost indistinguishable towards doing Obama because he had put so many black people back into the labor force that it was almost at parity with the white people.
yeah. It looked like white people went down and black people went up. I see that.
Yeah, so
SKC asked the question. What was the I think it was referring to this slide here where he was saying why doesn't it show what the unemployment was before Obama?
it does show that. Go back to that slide.
Yeah, I'm back up there. I'm back up there.
Before Obama took office, oh, if you saw that, it was about 13 something. When Obama took office at the high 16.8 when he took over. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That was under George Bush. You know they have that case.
Yeah. What I'm seeing
And
happen here is that
and
it was
clearly it showed under Obama a high of 16.8 down to 7.5.
yeah. What I'm seeing happening here was at 13, and it looked like it continued on the same trend for a while, and then by after a couple years, I
You
guess
timed out.
Obama.
I don't hear anything.
Holy shit! All right, we got to figure this out.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Go ahead. It just doesn't matter. The facts will speak for themselves. Uh, No, it doesn't matter. We can just hello. Mm.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna go down to the next slide, and then I'm gonna drop out and come back and see if that fixes things. So I'm just gonna go down to the next slide and let you talk, and I'm gonna leave and come back, and hopefully that works.
No, okay. No, the next slide is not the next slide you want. It's the next exhibit. Can you hear me, Bernard?
Hopefully I can hear you. I mean, hopefully we are on
Technical
sync. Can you hear
issues.
me?
Hopefully Bernard will be back.
Damn it.
Um, let me SKC. You can Google. Just put in the.
All right, I just kicked him out because this conversation is extremely difficult and we got to sync, and there's some good shit being discussed here. So right now, put 1 in the chat if you are hearing me okay, and if I'm not chopping up or whatever. I think he's listening on the YouTube feed. That's my theory of what's going on here. That's why we're listening behind. But push 1 in the chat if you're hearing me fine. Thank you for those ones that I'm seeing in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Everybody is hearing me fine. All right, Black Torch, I want you to take that link again because we have got to get this right. We got to get this right. There's some good stuff being talked about here, and I know I wanted the argument to be laid out quite clear. So when we open it up, we will have a good discussion. So hopefully everything works out. He says this guy is not reading the graph correctly. During both presidencies, there was a general decline. Both of them had instances where it increased. Okay. Isn't that similar to what's happening now with Trump? But everybody is kissing Trump's ass saying, oh, look what he's doing for black people. If black unemployment rate went down, everybody else shit went down too. It was all just trending right at the same level. But with Trump, it's like, oh, look what he's doing for black people. But Barack Obama had similar trends. Oh, everybody was doing good. All right, we trying it again.
Bernard,
We trying it again.
can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, but it don't sound like you hear me. Are you watching the StreamYard feed or the YouTube feed?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I could hear you. I just think we
I'm
behind. Are you
watching the
watching?
StreamYard feed. I'm not watching you.
Okay, so your YouTube is off.
No,
Damn
I'm
it.
only on the StreamYard.
Damn it. I don't know.
The
Oh, wait.
YouTube
It
is
sounds
off.
like
But that's the just to empathy or more. Can you hear me?
yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I
To
can hear
answer
you.
Theo Moore's um, um, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm reading you don't read just I'm reading what it's in the congressional record. It's in the Senate record. When you don't take um, the low point, you take what was the highest point of unemployment in that presidential record, and when he left office, his highest point, 17.8, or when he took office, and it's still he still cut it in half. I'm sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. Facts are facts. You don't like the facts, talk to the Senate, talk to the statisticians. Those are the facts.
Silent, I see you right there. Said your dinner one is soup back. Good one, good one. That's a good one. Check this out. This is what we about to do.
Well, President,
I won't.
under
Do you, Black Torch? Do you know how to
yeah.
screen share? Like, if you could screen share, you could scroll it down and control it and do all the talking, and I'll fall back completely, and you just do a full presentation. And that way, our out of sync won't matter.
Uh, yeah, but I'm on a different. I'm at
You wanna?
work,
Okay. So yeah.
so
All right.
so
So that'll be difficult. That'll be
once
difficult.
I don't. Um, hold on.
All right, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let you talk and
Let's
do
see.
the presentation, and we'll just wrap it right there, and then we'll have to
Yeah,
just do this some other time
yeah. It's
when.
difficult for me because I'm at work and I
And
can't pull up another. Uh,
that's the reason you're probably having the.
yeah, but as long as the facts are out there, all right.
All
Okay.
right.
The next thing that Obama did to help black people. Are we good with that?
Well, I'm looking at a slide right now where it
I can
says
proceed,
black
Bernard.
families. Yeah. Well, I got a slide up right now. Hopefully, you should be able to see what I got up. They're not talking about healthcare on the next slide. They're talking about.
Yeah, but that's
uh
not what the slide. I moved on.
oh,
No,
okay.
look on that email I sent
All
you,
right. All right. Got
and
you.
I
Got you.
sent
Got
it,
you.
and the email says, however,
Got you.
okay, that email, that BLM, that BLS is it shows what the current black unemployment rate is 12.1. You can say it under COVID, but that's the facts what they are today, and that's under the Bureau of it's coming. Yeah, the unemployment survey. So you can put that in the chat for them also. All right, Bernard.
Hmm.
All right, healthcare under Obama, the unemployed uninsured rate for black people dropped to a third. That means that he took a third of the black people that couldn't get insurance and they got insurance under Obamacare. That is that's astonishing because a third of 43 million people, or how many people who couldn't get insurance, now you got insurance. And I have an exhibit there. You can put it there. It's called Exhibit B on the email, and you can also put that in the chat for the naysayers.
All right. I'm going to try to talk less as possible, but I am I'm screen I mean I'm dropping that in the chat right now for those that want to see that.
Yep. So already I've proven he got you. Obama got you employed more than any other president, and he got you covered health care than any other president. But I will continue. The third thing, um, somehow there's this illusion that uh, that the black farmers got their payment from under Trump. That's not true. It came under Obama. Obama is the one who got the black farmers the $1.1 billion. And that is another thing I put down. And that's another exhibit for people to see. That's called Exhibit C. Are you with me?
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing about when you bring up facts, I ask for the people. I see this thing in the chat. They said I'm delusional. I'm bringing up facts. I brought receipts. Where's your receipts? Where's your citations? They have none. All they have is emotions.
Are you ready for me to go on to Exhibit 4 or Exhibit D or wherever we at?
Okay, is Exhibit B. Exhibit B. Oh, the reason I put a various number of different places because there's a thing where a whole bunch of people are saying that uh, all you have to do is type in Black Farmers Award and you see where it is. I just pulled the first one. If you need me to pull the exactly where it came from, I can do that. But that's common knowledge. Everybody knows the black farmers got paid. So that's to answer another one of the naysayers saying CNN. No, I was looking for the time and who was the president under that when that happened.
All right, go ahead. What's next?
They were given $1.15 billion. That was the initial settlement. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Then the Wall Street Reform Act, Dodd-Franks. This was to stop predatory loans that the banks were giving out to people who couldn't afford them, could payday loans and all these other things. And I put down, I have Obama signed the Dodd-Franks initiative to stop financial abuses. Again, and a lot of the naysayers would say, "Oh, that had nothing to do with black people." Wrong. If you look, I put down three exhibits for this. I put down the White House exhibit with what Obama put down. I put down the effects of black families and the connection between segregation, predatory loans, and black wealth. Are you here with me, Bernard?
Mm-hmm.
That's exhibit D, E, and F. So, and there is a definite correlation between um, predatory loans and segregation and financial and not black people not getting loans and things like that. So there's a whole bunch, and I put down three different sources because they said, "Oh, that had nothing to do with black people." Yes, it did. Put them in the chat. D, E, and F. If you okay. Now the next thing. Okay. Obama had an initiative to try to help the 100 and to help the homeless vets. And Obama he was the only president to make sure that he tried to get the homeless vets. And 45% of the homeless vets are African Americans. And by the time Obama finished, he didn't get all the vets and all the black vets, but he got 50% of them uh, into shelters and into homes. And I also put that for your to look. It's called Exhibit G, um, and that's from the defense.gov stars and stripes for you other people saying, oh, it comes from the news source. No, I bought various news sources and various information sites. Yeah. I see they put a bounty on me, $50. I, you can the facts. You can't hide from the facts. And this is a side note, Bernard. After doing this research that you asked me to do, I'm kind of fascinated at how much disinformation there is. I mean, just total disinformation.
All right, the next part of it, it says save 118,000 black auto worker jobs, Exhibit
R-
H. I think that's where we're at next.
Yeah, Exhibit H, and I brought three different ones: two news and one from the Economist, which says you can't get more right wing than the Economist. And the Economist thing is just it focuses in on GM, um, and GM, because the Economist did put an apology to Obama because he was right and they were wrong, because Obama saved the auto industry. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but he saved 118,000 black auto workers jobs. And I put in three different sources so you can see for yourself. All right, let's move on.
That was one, if we're actually in sync, that was one that I always was aware of, that he saved the automotive industry. And because most, well, the majority of black men do blue collar work. So to save that industry, he did save a lot of black jobs for black men. That's something that I was always well aware of because I was in that industry during the time. So yeah,
Yep,
I was definitely aware of that one. All right. Oh shit, you got fair sentencing. This should be
yep.
interesting.
Oh yeah, this is for the Pookies. Obama is the one that first brought down the sentencing parity between powder cocaine and crack cocaine. So he was the one who started adjusting the giving a fair shot to the sentencing guidelines, not Trump, as they magically appeared that they did. No, it was Obama who did this, and this was back in 2010, the first year of his presidency.
Mm.
And you see the exhibits, sentencingproject.org, and on the White House site. I put I put various sites, for that's for the Pookie conservatives. They know who they are.
Oh, they gonna be bringing out them pitchforks for you. Just wait, just wait. I'm sorry, everybody who super
I
chats. I
don't.
missed. We was having so many technical difficulties. If y'all was super chatting, please know that it was not ignored on purpose. I could barely see him. I had multiple screens up trying to get everything in sync. It looked like me and Black Torch are finally in sync, so we can have a normal show with a normal conversation. I appreciate all 177 of you in your patience for because we struggling through this, but this is good. This is such good information that we might do another show on this because I don't want the only show that we have on this to be one that was all botchy and full of technical difficulty. So we will do a round two of this thing if Black Torch is up for it. But right now it seems like it's going okay going forward. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So
Okay.
the sentencing thing for the Pookies, we why nobody? Why? How does that slip under the radar? Oh wait, he did. Okay, you said he changed the.
Wait,
Excuse me.
wait. Don't get there. Don't. Let's not get them. Let's not. I want to build this up because these
Okay,
guys
go ahead.
the Pookie conservatives saying that Trump is doing this and Trump. No, he's not. But let's go on. Okay, the next thing he did was there was a under the Bush administration, the Department of Justice was not enforcing civil rights. Under Obama, he directed Attorney General Eric Holder to start charging and doing uh, discrimination, housing, and bringing in enforcement to the Voting Rights Act and put renewal crackdown on discriminated practices. And and that is a thing of record. And you can look at the New York Times. It's a uh, put it down there, and you can just type in because Google is your friend. So just type it in, and you'll find out that that was done.
Hmm.
Yep. So that affects black people. And as you see, the current president is trying to erode your voting rights and secretly he weakened the housing and fair credit standards. But that's another show. We'll get into that one. All right, let's move on to the next one. You with me, Bernard?
Yep, I'm with you. I just had to pull up the screen. All right, now
Okay.
we're on number 10, right?
No, we're number 9.
Oh, we still on number 9. Oh, you going down to the next link, or okay? I see where you're at. Wait,
No, the number 9.
okay. Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
He cra- he cracked down on the predatory crack down on the profit for schools. The ones uh, come here and we'll train you to be to get an employment and get a nursing degree, and your nursing degree is not worth any. So he made them prove the issue of gainful employment. So he cut down on that, and that did affect black people. Before, black people were incurring all these debts from these profit schools and weren't getting any jobs from that. And I put those exhibitions up there, so you see this exhibit K. That's the predatory student lending org and the responsibility student research. Those are two ones that also he did exhibits. Okay.
All right. Yep. Hold on. I think I got a fresh super chat that just came through. Either that or that might be an old one. Or all right, Zachy. He said after the ATF Fast and Furious scandal, I lost faith in Obama. That was a disaster, and he cover up he did.
First of
What
all,
did he talk?
let me explain something. Uh, I don't know. I don't think these. Are you saying Obama was in charge of the ATF? Fast and Furious was an ATF, just like the FBI and the CIA. They go out and do their own things. Are you blaming Obama for what one particular agency has done? I, well, then you have to blame Trump for what the his border protection people forcing women to have hysterectomies and putting children in cages. Are you going to put Trump in that category? You see what I'm saying, Bernard?
Oh, no, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
All right, let's go to the next one, because the next one is a one that uh, this affects children, and this is what he did. He basically put standards and reauthorize funding for children's nutrition. That means is when children go to school, some black kids, their the lunch and breakfast they get there are maybe some of their only meals. And he put better standards up and gave funding up for that. and that's Exhibit L, and you can put that in into the chat.
Yeah, my kids. My kids hated Michelle Obama because they got all the snacks and candy bars out of the vending machines and all of that shit. The the kids, the lunch, the schools got healthier. I should say they got healthier, but the kids hated it. But it's not about what the
Yeah,
kids
but
want.
that helped. That helped black obesity. All these things help.
Yeah, no, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. I'm
Okay,
not knocking
the
that.
next one is another one for the Pookies. I can't forget my favorite interlocutors, the Pookies.
Yay, Pookies, we got one for you.
Yeah. Okay. Obama signed, and he's the one who gave the executive order that they banned the federal. Well, he banned that they can no longer ask you, were you in, or do you have a criminal record to get a federal job? He was the one. So federal hiring and contracting. So
Wait a minute.
he
You're
hooked.
saying wait. Time out. Time out. When when did that go through? I filled out a job application. It still asked, do you have a felony
No,
on
but
your
that's
record?
not for federal jobs. For other jobs, federal jobs is not on there.
Okay. All right.
That's for federal jobs, and you know
I put that
that's
one
how
in
it
the
is.
chat. I'll put that one in the chat.
And also, he also did, which was also astonishing. He also was the one who gave fairer criminal justice efforts, and also did things for recarceration and announcing new actions to helping for debts for people who have debts. They were um, incarcerated to be rehabilitated, and you can put that in. That's the next one. It says Obama Archive Gov. That was the next one. Facts sheet, president. So he did so much for the Pookies that I can't believe that the Pookies and conservatives are turning on him.
Oh man. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
that. I
it's
think
going to
I
be
put
one of those days.
that. Oh yeah, yep. I already put that one in there. All right.
Okay.
All right. So
All right. Obama Department of Justice went after crackdown and did a discrimination suit against Countrywide Financing, and got a record settlement against them, $335 million. $335 million settlement against them, and also got a settlement against Wells Fargo for $175 million. And you can
uh-huh.
put that in the chat. That's and so I could have gone on and on about the banking system and all these other things, but that would have it would have belabored the point. So, and then the final thing I want to bring up, which I thought was astonishing, was Obama with my brother's keeper. I hear people say that, oh, this thing was killed, this thing doesn't exist, which is not true. It still exists. It's just in a smaller form. It's been Obama started it. It didn't get the backing that it needed to, but he kept going, and it still exists. And if you go to those last two exhibits, you see my brother's keeper is still existing and still working to help black boys. And you can see,
What exactly is it doing for
oh,
black
it's
boys?
helping. Oh, let's go to go to Obama White House Archive, the first exhibit O, and you'll see it spells out exactly what it is.
think that's this right here.
And then, like I said, um, I'm not saying Obama was perfect because everybody knows that the things with the banks were not correct. Nobody, as people always point out, or I point out that nobody went to jail. But to say that Obama didn't do anything for black people is just disingenuous, just totally.
Mm.
And especially the Pookies. Okay,
All right, you brought some you brought some
that's
good
right.
stuff today. You brought some good receipts today. I'm glad we
And,
back in sync. I was very worried. I
yep.
thought that we was gonna have to stop the damn show, but we finally in sync. So that means when people come up with the pitchforks, you should be in sync too with them,
Yeah,
and hopefully
yeah,
everything works
let
out.
me yeah, I'm about pitchforks because listen, I just say like this. Come up here. Don't bring emotions, just bring facts. If you ain't got no receipt or citations, then you got nothing.
All right. The link is in the chat. Let's keep
Let
it
the
clean.
feasting begin,
Let's keep it
Bernard.
clean. Let's
Let them
keep it
come.
respectful. Let's yeah, let's act like we got some sense. Let's hopefully deal with mostly facts. let's, let's get it in. I see David Monroe in the chat. This should be good. This should be good. Man, I'm mad that we had technical issues early on. So this will be worth worth a
Oh
round
yeah,
two. Worth a round two. I already know
the
this is gonna be worth a
the
round two. But
so-called
my
Pookie conservative. Yep,
but my personal
I can't
thoughts on it
call
is let me
I
just say
can't
this.
call hood.
Oh, you Borgen. Let's not start that. Let's not start that Borgen shit again. Let's not start the Borgen shit again. But yeah, my personal thoughts on it, even though I'm, definitely more on the conservative side, I've already said that I'm through with the Democrats. I said I'm going to vote Republican. I'm no big fan of Trump, but I am going to vote Republican. However, Barack Obama being the first black or
Can
blackish
I ask you a
president.
question then? Can I ask you a
Uh-oh.
question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. And you're for dropping off the face of
Okay.
the earth
My
again.
question to you is like this. Okay. Um, uh, I'm still dropping off.
You kind of you're just choppy, but I think you might be in pocket right now. I think you might be good right now.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
anything.
Or say something right now.
I'm good now.
Yeah, you good now.
Can you hear me? Testing. Testing.
Yes, I
One,
can.
two,
I
three.
can.
Testing. Okay.
I can hear you.
Um, like I said, I'm not trying to pers- I'm not trying to change anybody's voting what they want to do. I'm just saying you asked me to find out what Obama did for black people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I did. I went
Yeah.
there and looked at it impartially, and these things are facts. I know a lot of people don't like it, but these are facts. You can't. Facts are not to be liked or disliked. They're just facts.
Yeah, and I'm good with that. Like even like I think that it's a good thing because when I look back at Barack Obama's presidency, I don't that is the first black president. I don't like to have that little sour taste in my mouth like, oh, he ain't do shit for black people. Because I felt like he was doing things for black people. He just understood the optics of that he couldn't call the plan the to help black people plan. You know, he couldn't be up there with the perception like he was coming in the White House to give all black people free cable, because that's how people was going to look at it. So he just had to do the
Exactly.
job. He had to do the job and get it done in a cold. He had to operate like white people. Y'all say white supremacists do things in a covert kind of way to where at the end of the day, it's going to help black people with the things that they're doing. I mean, it's going to help white people the thing that they're doing, but they just can't call it the white initiative plan. They just got to do it and how they do it, and then it got to silently help white people more than everybody else. And I did feel like that's what Barack Obama was doing, and I felt like people was giving him an unfair deal because he didn't say this is the blackity black we black y'all agenda. It's like, you know, it was little stuff that he was doing that was helping black people out, and I don't feel like he got enough credit for that. So even though like this is for lack of a better way to describe it, a black conservative space, we still can look back at Obama as the first black president and say that these are some tangible things that he did. He gave a fuck. He tried. He did what he could. President's powers are somewhat limited. They can do some things, and I think he did some things. I've always felt that way. I didn't have all the receipts in hand like what Black Torch put out, because he put out a lot of receipts that I think black people should know about, that we can look at the, you know, Barack Obama as the first black president who did something for black people. We can see the needle moved on some things, but it wasn't the ultimate overhaul that we that a lot of people thought. But it wasn't. I think it just wasn't announced or sold in that way. I think that may be the case. Somebody said biracial president. Yep.
Agreed.
There's that too.
I totally agree with that.
There's that too. The link is in the chat. All right, this dude Mario, I don't know who you are, but you tried to come up when it was a one-on-one, so that makes me very skeptical of whatever is about to happen right now, but we'll give it a shot. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? I ain't gonna come with no craziness.
Oh, okay,
hold on,
cool.
Hold on.
You on mute if you don't. Okay, maybe that hold on was a longer hold on than what I thought it was.
Yeah,
is this guy
my kids is they in school, so I walked outside. They doing school.
Oh, no, I understand. I got the same situation.
Yeah.
So what's up? What you got?
No, what up? First of all, I want to ask this guy. I know a lot of people in the chat was saying it's not a concern, but it is a concern because if he is an immigrant, he's not one of us, as I claim, ADOS, FDA. It's funny to me, and I'm not gonna put this on, so I'm gonna ask him first. What's your nationality?
He's asking you what's your nationality. I have no idea why that.
I would explain. What's your nationality? I will get to that point. So you born and raised here in America?
I mean. Wait. Time out. Can I ask you one question, Mario? Mario, I was born here in America, dude. I want to ask you one question. What, even if I was not born here, what does that got to do with the facts? You're coming up with this thing to try to divide.
Let me answer your question.
I'm born here. What are the facts? See, Bernard,
let me answer that question. Hold on. Let me answer the question. You asked me a question. At least give me the chance to answer, to respond. So the reason why I say that, because if you wasn't born here and have the true black experience, then you cannot speak on
go ahead.
Because you reading these stats, right? You reading these stats that I don't know what website you got them off. That's here nor there for right now. But if you're not one of us, you can't speak for us, and you telling us what he did for us, because from our point of view and from our visual, he didn't do nothing for us, not tangible. We didn't get nothing tangible from him being the so-called first black president. Maybe because you are immigrant. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you are immigrant, they'll see it different. But the big picture. But if you ask, and we feel like you didn't. He didn't benefit us.
He
All
just,
right.
That's why. That's why
okay.
I asked you that first.
Hey, what's up, Bernard? What's up to the panel?
What up? What up, General? Hold on one second. Let's get this out the way. I don't care if Black Torch is
Yeah.
from
Let
Pluto.
me answer him.
Okay, go ahead. Well, real quick. AR, hold on,
Okay.
real quick. Time out, real quick. ARC in the
First,
building.
because
ARC, hold on. Let me get ARC in the building with this super chat. I think me and you might have got slightly back out of sync. Ellen Roger Curry in the building with a super chat. He says, "I voted Obama twice.
okay.
I think he was an excellent president."
I
On a
don't know.
scale from 1 to 7, I'm gonna mute your Black Torch real quick. On a scale from 1 to
Brooklyn.
7, with
I'm from Brooklyn.
I muted him and I'm still hearing him somehow. On a scale from 1 to 7, with 1 being a far right conservative and 7 being far left liberal, I'm somewhat between 4 and 4.5. I definitely understand that position, ARC. I get it. I get that. That. I think that's where a reasonable person probably should fall, somewhere in the middle, but leaning one way more than the other way. That's where a reasonable person should fall, because you can't be 100% to the left on every issue or 100% to the right on every issue. I feel like you're not thinking for yourself when it ends up like that. But go ahead, Black Torch, you got it. Go ahead and respond to Mario. Boom. All right. Oh wait, hold on, Black Torch. I think you muted. All right, you're unmuted. Go ahead and respond. You got it. Shit, this has been a disaster. This week, me and him keep getting out of sync. All right, like I was
I
saying.
can't. You muted me. Oh,
Oh, you're
okay.
good now. You're
All right.
good
No,
now.
I respond to
All right.
him.
Got it. Go.
Okay, Mario. It's funny you have a name like Mario. And, are you born in this country?
Now he's on mute. You're going down a rabbit hole, Torch. I wouldn't even go down.
Yes. I mean,
That was a yes or no. Go ahead. Go. Probably passing it back to
Okay.
Torch.
First of all, facts are facts. Um, that's because you feel that Obama didn't do anything for you. Not change the facts that he cut black unemployment. He got black people health insurance. He helped black servicemen. Uh, 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 yeah. So therefore, um, uh, he, I've shown um, um, exhibits and also receipts of what Obama did. Your feelings are your feelings. I can't change that. My job is not to change things. I'm just here to show the facts.
All right, cool. We're gonna go to the general. Hopefully, me and the general are in sync. I can't wait to see what conservative got to say. We're gonna go to the
I'm
general
done,
because
Bernard.
he came in first. Yeah, go ahead, general. You got it.
Hey, what's happening, Bernard? Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, check it out, man. Here's the
Can
deal.
you hear me,
The brother
Bernard?
came up. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
you
you.
got
Can
to
you hear
think.
me?
Yeah, we know you good, general. I
Hello?
think
All
everybody
right.
can hear you. This Black Torch can't
Can
hear
you
me.
hear me?
Hey, Black Torch, you got to go in and come out. Let him know because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah. I
think
let
he'll
I
do it.
let Black Torch out. I'm about to kick him off and then let him back in. So go ahead, general.
Yeah, man. See, so here it is. The brother came up here and did an outstanding job showing what actually took place during the 8 years that Barack Obama was the president of the United States of America. Here's the question that we have to ask, the bigger question. Since people want to argue what Barack Obama did not do for the African American community, name me a president outside of JFK that did anything significantly for black people. I want Mario to specifically name me a president and give me some of the things as this brother displayed here today of what Barack Obama did for black people. Tell me any president before Barack Obama that did anything that made a significant impact on black Americans.
I can simplify that. Not one president that ever was president of the United States, did anything significant for black people. Not one.
Okay, so why would you come up here and try to present an argument as if Barack Obama didn't do anything when his brother just showed you in comparison to unemployment rate? He told you about the voting scenario that was against black folks forever. We've been fighting that fucking fight since we had the right to vote. The brother came up here and showed you examples in writing, graphs, charts, in writing of what Barack Obama did actually do for black people. You see, so when you get involved in these emotional fucking, because
So
you hear,
can I
oh, that
respond to
nigga,
that first? Hold on.
can I,
Let me respond to that.
when I finish, you can respond. There's a pause that comes, and then you will be able to respond. So when you come up here with the emotional side of it, oh, that nigga didn't do nothing for us. Well, I can tell you how I personally benefited when he allowed, when he did Obamacare, and my children, when my college student children, when I was paying fucking $848 a goddamn month to carry them on my insurance, he made it possible where I didn't have to pay that because they could stay on my insurance until they were 26 years of age. So that was one thing where I benefited from what the president did. If he didn't do anything else, he assisted black folks that did not have insurance or medical care to get and have medical care. That was one thing that was very significant that he did. Talk to some of the people down in Mississippi. Talk to some of the people down in Louisiana. Talk to some of the black people down in the deep South in Alabama and see how they feel about the Obamacare, where they never had the opportunity to go see a doctor until he put that program in place. You niggas kill me with this bullshit. Now you can respond.
So first of all, what you did was you personalized a general conversation to prove a point. Okay, your point was proven because that's your personal. So of course, okay, you say you benefit from it. Okay, I can't argue that because that's your personal. But we're talking about the black community as a whole. As a whole, the black community always gonna suffer up under these presidents. So I'm not arguing that. So what his stats that he brought up, we already seen those stats because we follow RBR and some of these other guys. So my bad, I ain't meant to mention no other name. So what it is, these numbers could be skewed. So just because he brought up these charts, that don't make it because we see the real reality once we walk out our front door. So it's not emotionals that I'm coming with. I'm just coming with reality. Okay, you can pull up charts to say anything to prove a point. I can find numbers to prove anything. I can find some numbers to prove Trump were the best president we ever seen in our lifetime. But that don't make it true, because once you walk out your door, you face reality. Now, your reality might be different from a lot of people's reality, but the reality is reality. Now, you can't skew reality. You can't. No, numbers don't mean shit once I walk out the front door and see our community. So that's what I'm speaking on. That's the reason why I brought up. That's why I asked the brother, are he an immigrant? Are he from the United? Because that changed the conversation. That's the only reason why I brought it up. It has a lot to do with it. It do because it do because it's
all right.
I just want just let me say this and I'm finished and I'll pause because I have respect. So the reason why I say that, because if I go to another country and get into their politics, it'll skew my vision on it and my ideology of what's going on and what's being done in that country. I can't speak for those people because I'm not there. That's the only reason why I asked it.
Okay,
we can move on from
that. All right, that's a moot point because Black Torch said he was born in America, and I really don't care if he was from. I don't care if he was from Pluto. Facts are facts, and he presented facts, and
yeah, that's true, and I agree with that. I didn't know. So there's that. I didn't argue that.
Yeah, so you keep going back to it though. But
no, I responded to the general because he brought it up.
All right, we're gonna go to Hood Conservative, man. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
First off, yo, why motherfuckers act like they can't just say my name? Black Torch, just say my motherfucking name. You're gonna talk about me all morning. You're throwing all these emotional feminine subs and shit. Just say the devil's fucking name. It's not that bad. That aside, Obama let black men down in particular. Okay, you may get some points on the board for some individual programs, and some granny got her health care covered and all that shit. But Obama gets on TV and talks down to black men and black fathers. Obama gave a speech at Morehouse trying to, encourage these boys, these young black boys, into the future of America. But on the other side, he's bringing these BLM bitches to the White House. You can't have it both. You got to pick. You either down with the black men and you got our back, or you're carrying water for BLM.
Unmute me. Unmute me.
Oh,
Unmute me.
hold on, dude. You unmuted. I could hear you saying unmute me. I ain't never seen nothing like this. This is some plantation wireless going on if I ain't never seen it. Black Torch. Holy shit. All right, we're gonna go to
Well, one more thing. And Obama reintroduced slavery to Libya. By Gaddafi. Hello, Kunta.
all right. Enemy Nation.
Am I unmuted?
Oh shit, there you go. Yeah, you perfect. You right on cue. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, okay. No, I couldn't because it was delayed on my side. Listen, uh, Da-
Damn it, man. This would have been.
I don't know what's going on. I think it's something with StreamYards, Bernard. It's
No,
really,
I normally don't have problems with
yeah,
StreamYard.
but
I went like a good few months without having a problem with StreamYard. And normally Black Torch come on and we have no problem. I think it's because he at work somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So you gotta be the de facto lead off to argue whatever points Black Torch was gonna argue. So you can go ahead and respond to what David Monroe just threw out there. You subbing in right now because Black Torch can get properly connected. New in the building. He said 2 cups and a 2 cups in a string. Yeah, man. It's that bad. It's that bad.
it wasn't that bad on my end from what I was hearing. But listen, man, you gotta ask yourself, what would it have been if Obama had actually made any type of semblance towards I'm doing this specifically for black people? What president do you know that didn't use cold language? No president has ever come up and said, I'm doing this specifically for white people. I'm doing this specifically for this group or that group. You ain't never heard that. And Trump ain't gonna be dumb enough to get up there and say, oh, I'm doing this for black folks. I'm doing this for white folks. He'll make little gestures towards certain things. My point is,
500 billion.
My point is 500 billion that large corporations are going to skim off the top, that other people within the organization, within his administration, are going to skim off the top. And by the time that 500 billion trickle down to fucking us, by the time it get down to us, we'll be lucky if we get a 500 million.
Learn to skim. How come all these niggas don't know how to skim? I've been skimming since I was little.
Hold on, just to make sure, that 500 billion. What you talking about? Tax cuts? What's going on?
Yeah, the platinum plan, the black platinum plan.
Okay.
All right, so tell me
Trump
what
platinum plan.
So the Trump platinum plan. So that's going to fix problems for African Americans in what way?
No, I didn't say it was going to fix us. I didn't say it was going to, but you told us to name something, so I named it. That's all.
But what you did was you threw something out there that doesn't have any meat in it. You just threw the platinum plan. Well, what is the platinum plan? What's on the platinum plan? What's in the platinum plan? How is that going to affect, just like you said a minute ago, how does that affect when you walk out your door? How is it going to affect what black Americans
I can tell you what's not in the platinum plan. Transsexuals in the girls' room.
I didn't ask for that. I'm asking you what's in it. Tell me what's in it. Tell me what it's going to do for the everyday average American 9 to 5. That's what I'm waiting to hear.
What? I can tell you what else is not in the platinum plan. Sanctuary cities.
All right. This is. I don't want it to leak over into whether we should go Republican or Democrat or be liberal or conservative.
But that's what that guy was doing. That's what he was doing.
Hold on. No, he was. Okay. This is listen. This was a retroactive post-mortem. Let's just look back at Obama's administration and see what he did for black people. That's all this is. So I'm not trying to, I already said, I already showed my cards. I'm voting Republican. So that is what it is. But looking back at Obama's presidency, there's nothing wrong with getting a. Who got kids playing in the background? Come on now. I think that's Mario. Okay. Looking back at Obama's presidency, there's nothing wrong with just giving just analyzing, giving a fair critique of what he did and didn't do for black people. And I think that's what Black Torch did. So that's why when when Hood Conservative brought in, transgender bathrooms and all that, I'm with you. I'm with you. We don't need dicks in the girls' locker room. I'm with you. So that part we agree on. But looking at what Obama did for black people and looking at a lot of the things that everybody's saying that Trump did for black people in the first 4 years, you can do a comparison and see that Obama did do something for black people when you break down the facts.
Let me highlight the first thing Obama did as president. Lilly Ledbetter Act, okay? Feminism didn't get you into the White House. Black people got you into the White House. But the first thing you did was kiss some feminist ass, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and that's the problem with liberals. That's the problem with Democrats. That's the problem with liberals. That's part of the reason why I'm through with them. And you were right that Obama did. I remember when he gave that speech, when he stood there in that black church talking to black people, and like I always say, whenever the president is talking to anybody, he's talking to the world. So talking to the world, but to us, he echoed every single talking point that black women ever said about how great they are, how awesome they are, how they strong, independent, they the mother, they the father, they bring home the bacon and they cook it. But when it came to him to talk up to black men, he basically might as well have said, "You niggas pay your child support." He reduced us down to nothing. So yeah, I did take some issues with that, but that's black Democrat thought. That's black male liberal.
Let me run something by you real quick. You know how insulting it is to be knee deep in some shit with an uncooperative woman, and the president gets on TV and says you ain't shit. Oh, fuck you forever, Barack. Go to hell.
Yeah, so I get it. I get that. But looking at the fact-based path that Black Torch walked us down, everything that y'all would say that Trump did for black people, unemployment rate, all of that stuff, you can look and see.
Oh, Bernard, can you hear me?
Stuff has been proven as well under Barack Obama, and you could argue that it maybe was more. So
Bernard.
that's where I'm at. Go ahead. Yeah, Black Torch, we can hear you. Go ahead. Hopefully you got your cup in the hanger and the antenna. You got a damn hanger and some aluminum foil connected to his computer. Hopefully, he got it tweaked, adjusted just right, standing in the right part of the room. So go ahead.
So is this discussion just basically Barack Obama did this and you can't dispute it? Is that what the discussion is about, basically?
Yeah, I got my Pringles cup. Cam.
Yeah,
because that's on like a hater type thing. Somebody says Barack Obama did this, and he's waiting for somebody to say no, he didn't.
I'm gonna answer.
That's a good point, Enemy Nation. Let's see if Black Torch is on cue, but I'm gonna get back to you. That was a good point. I like that. Go ahead, Black Torch.
Yeah, basically because people are saying that Barack Obama.
I mean, why are we even talking about Barack Obama? He's not running for president.
Okay, now
about Hillary Clinton.
No, okay.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I got black. I gotta mute you. All right. It is an ongoing thing in this space amongst black people. They always saying, Barack Obama didn't do nothing for black people. I wanted to challenge that claim. Now,
Barack Obama, by him being president, he did more just by being president than he could have just got elected and didn't do shit for black people. Despite what Black Torch presented, that alone in itself has said, hey, look, black people can get up there and compete and do just as good a job as white folks. So it
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't even be an issue about Barack Obama. If people want to hate on Barack Obama, then fuck them. Let them hate. I mean, his legacy is going to be sealed in history forever as the first black president or biracial president, whatever. So he didn't get up there. He was a maintainer. He didn't drop the ball. He did his job. He was the head, undisputed head of the Democrat Party for 8 years. But now let's move on, because this is really unproductive. Us talking about what somebody did,
Hold on,
four or 5 years ago. So I'm just saying,
it's
like,
not
what I'm just
unproductive.
trying to. Okay, I understand it's your show, Mr. Rowley.
No, it's never unproductive. We talk about history all the time. Black people get in the conversation and will go all the way back to slavery. So, by that logic, I don't want to hear. No, I better not catch you participating in a conversation that got anything to do with some racism in the 50s, 60s, 70s, Jim Crow, slavery, back to Africa shit. Like, no. I mean, because if we could talk about 4 years ago and how it affected black people and whether or not it benefited black people, we can have an intellectual conversation from an academic standpoint on some recent history. If niggas can talk about
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that this conversation here is non-productive. What I'm saying is, people that are saying that he didn't do nothing for black people, and like I said, by the fact of him being black and getting elected twice, that was good enough for a lot of black people. But to make it to where you put people in a position where you have to tear him down or lift him up, that's what I'm saying is non-productive. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate what Black Torch brought to the table and said he did this, he did that, and he did that, and that's the facts. So I thought that, hey, look, if we're going to compare what Trump did to Barack Obama, then first thing you have to do is compare 95% to 8%. If Trump only got 8% of the black vote, then that means that he's really only obligated to do 8% of the shit that Barack Obama did. So I don't understand why. Well, I mean, that's what you do when you voting for people. You're voting for your interest. And so if you voted for Hillary, you were voting for your interest based on Hillary. But Hillary didn't win. And this is the problem with blacks voting so monolithically, is that if you look at every other demographic, they vote 50%, at least 40%. So you can't ignore 40% of the vote, even if you win. You can't ignore it. So if you're 95% one way and you don't win the election, then you're ass out until the next election. And that's the way the Republicans have carried it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so far.
If somebody only get 8% of the vote from a group of people, but they understand if they could get 30% from those people, they will automatically win the election. It would make sense for them to do something. So, exactly. I mean, Barack Obama was in position where he technically didn't have to do anything because he automatically had us at hello. Because he just had us by default, he didn't have to do shit. Because we was going to vote for him twice regardless. So
look at that same argument, Bernard. Trump has been like historically active in trying to secure the black vote. He's getting higher percentages ever. That's not by accident. He's actually making efforts here.
Yeah, I agree. And he should. He damn well should. Because he understands that black men are trending Republican right now. So he better be doing that, because if he can get, and I'm hoping that at least 40%, I take 30, but I'm hoping damn near 40% of black men go ahead and vote Republican. I hope we just that will flip the tables over on this whole little political process, and then they got to look at black people, and more specifically black men, differently when it comes to politics going forward.
But you have to also understand
because right now it just looked like we just some mindless zombies just voting in the interest of just following black women. That's how it looks, and that's why.
Let me rip the scab off that real quick, because I gotta call foul on that particular element right there. If black women were on board with Trump, most of you niggas would be too. Guaranteed, hands down. Prove me wrong.
That's true.
Ain't proving negative, but that's interesting.
But look, let's look at the
Censor
facts.
Hudson.
Trump won the presidency with 8% of the black vote, which means that he didn't need the black vote necessarily to win the presidency. So if he's going out and soliciting blacks, that means to me that he's doing it genuinely, because otherwise he could do like Bush and Reagan and Bush 1 and Nixon and not even appeal to blacks. But if you're doing that and you don't need blacks to win the electoral college, then to me it's like, hey, look, it's genuine, and why don't you let the man work and see what he's going to do? But no, instead
Okay.
we had the Black
I'm
Caucus stopping him.
back. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, well no, I can hear you, Black Church.
Impeachment.
I can hear you,
You
Black
had
Church. Let me respond
impeachment.
to
You have all this. You have all this vitriol. You have the mainstream media not allowing this man to keep his promises, and so therefore, if he can't even keep the promises because of all
Wow.
the negativity and all the blockage and all the subversion, and then say, hey, well, you didn't do nothing for black people.
hold on, but listen to what you're doing. Because when Obama was in office, if Obama tried to pass some legislation that said the sky was blue, Republicans would vote no, the sky is green. So the same shit was going on to stop Obama. So I don't know why you're saying,
But Trump
they
still
not
got it
letting
done.
him- They not
You want to
letting
hear
him
my
do this.
receipts? You want to hear my receipts?
No.
I'll give
We
you 20.
hold on. We got the receipts on Trump. Everybody
Okay,
sees
then.
that what Trump is doing for black people. What was on the table is the notion that Obama didn't do nothing for black people, but when you look at it, it's very similar. So that's
But
where
but
I'm
like
at
I
with.
said, 95% of the black vote. We should be in no utopia as black people right now. You get 95% of the black vote and 88% of the black vote your second term. Black people should be in utopia right now. We shouldn't be burning down the cities. We shouldn't be in the
How
streets
many?
marching for months on end. We should be great right now with that type of voter block dedication. But we not. So let's just face the facts.
If you're gonna make that argument, then you also have to average into the equation. Okay, what percentage of the black vote did Bill Clinton get? And he didn't create a utopia for black people. So you can never say just because somebody got 95%, they're supposed to create a utopia. Like that's putting the
That's how
unfair
politics work, man. That's just how politics work.
Nobody
That's just how
nowhere in this
politics has
country.
always worked. That's the
Hey,
name of the
Bernard.
game.
Nobody.
Bernard.
Hold on, I got you, General. Nobody nowhere in this country has a utopia unless you're rich and living in a gated community. Then you got something like a utopia over there, possibly. But so that's just that. So go ahead, General.
All right. So the first thing we have to do is dispel this myth about the power that we have as a voting bloc. First of all, we're roughly 40 million fucking people in this country, man, woman, and child. The other fucking 300 plus million are white. Let's get rid of that fucking myth. They don't really need to pander to us for our vote, because by the sheer numbers alone, okay, let's look at the sheer numbers. Our numbers are roughly 37 to 40 million. 37 to 40 million. That's not even a third of the population of the fucking country. So when do y'all not wake up and look at numbers? When do
What
we
does that
not
have to
that?
do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? It's a moot issue.
It's not
It's a moot issue.
How is it a moot issue?
It's a moot issue. If we're on here right now talking about the vote and talking about candidates and stuff, and then you say, "Oh, well, we ain't got no power. We ain't got." Well, then let's all get off this show and go watch something else. If we ain't talking about voter power,
You see, when you try to have an academic conversation, you see what happens.
you ain't having no academic conversation. You're having a conversation and then you say, "Hey, look, it's based on facts.
It's fucking
based on
academics,
this."
man. It's fucking
not academic. You're cursing because you're triggered. You're upset. You have
no.
You can't even tell me what you can't even.
Nigga, can you hear me? Damn. All right, let's go one at a time. Let's take a little commercial break. Ambush came through the super chat. I appreciate that. He says we shouldn't be dependent on the government to do anything for us. It's not their job to improve black people. We should vote for the party that puts the least obstacles in our way. Interesting. Ray Clemens in the building. He said, I get the brother's point. The problem is that 95% did not support him monetarily. That's also a good point as well. All right, General, go ahead and make your point. Go ahead and make your point.
All right. So you have to really break it down, man, to where it's understandable. And I'm not triggered, just for the record. I meet your energy. Um, you got 100 people, right, that are white. Of that 100 people that are white, you add in 15 people that are black. We all have a vote. Who wins the election if 100 people vote for one candidate and the 15 people vote for the other candidate? Who wins that election?
The 100. But white people don't vote based off race. So, what I mean, that's I'm going far afield.
Right. This is so fallacious.
Okay, and I understand that. What I'm trying to do is give you a picture here, where it counts is we're at the illusion of inclusion. What happens is, this is why they have swing states, right? So in certain states that they say that are swing states that carry heavy numbers when it comes to the electoral college, right? They get to choose whether they vote Democratic or Republican. Those certain swing states can say, we know the majority of the people here want this person, but we're going to give our electoral votes to this person. It's the illusion of inclusion. Okay,
My man, if you have people that came into this country
Okay.
slaves, and you got the whole entire world watching your
Hold
country.
on. That's unproductive. You just went back to slavery. You said I can't go back 4 years and talk about what Obama did for us. All right, I'm being petty. Go ahead. Finish your point.
And you got the entire world looking at you. You're talking all through perpetuity, right? Then it doesn't matter about numbers. It matters about interest, because you have how many gay people are the percentage of the population? How many Jews are the percentage of the population? How many other certain so-called malign groups are a percentage of the population, yet they still get their interest met every time they come to the table. They say, we want this, and they get it. Now, if black people don't have to have huge parts of the conversation. You can look at the wealth gap, and you can know that white people pretty much are doing okay and doing well and have done well. The country was built for them. So the only issues now, when you're talking about social issues, is really on blacks, and then under that you have the gays and the immigration issues and all that stuff. The only issues that have not been addressed at full tilt is the Native Black American issue, descendants of slaves, because immigrants can come over here, black immigrants, and this is the point that someone was alluding to, but they can come over here now that all the Jim Crow and all that stuff has been uprooted by your Martin Luther Kings and your Frederick Douglasses and your Booker T. Washingtons and your Malcolm X's. So you can look at a Nigerian come over here, and they're going to make really on par or even more than the average white person. But the average descendant of slave is not going to do that. So, my whole point is that this kind of I don't want to call it pseudo academics, but it's a really abstract thing that you're saying that, oh well, black people, it's white people 100 and then black people only 15%, and who gets voted in. That's abstract, man. And then someone put on there, well, black people didn't support Obama monetarily. Well, there are plenty of this last election, you can look at Beto O'Rourke. He got more money than Ted Cruz by 4 times, yet he did not get elected. So it's not the money that counts. It counts a little bit, but the what counts is your vote. That's what gets you in office, not money.
Yeah, can I jump on
Go
the
ahead,
point
David.
real
Go
quick
ahead.
too?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
and the general, this is something I want you to kind of like lay
Hold
out.
on, real quick. Cornell Black, thank you for the super chat. He's nah, he said, nigga, can you hear me? Shout out to Cornell Black. Yeah. Okay. They said I went pookie in the chat. I see y'all clowning me. All right. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, the general. How can you like start an entire line of argument based on the initial premise of black people don't have like voting power? I mean, the entire Democrat Party is scrambling, they're shitting their pants right now because they've lost the black voting power that they depended on for 5, 6 generations now. So I don't really get the whole supposition we don't have voting power because one, voting is like Enemy Nation was saying, voting is an individual act first and foremost. So you have power down to the individual level, just to the power to decide. The power to choose is like the ultimate freedom in a lot of ways. So to want to argue that we don't have it on a culture, on a collective level, I don't get how you can even go on that
All right,
statement.
so
And then two, also you got to understand, white people don't vote on color lines, bro. It's almost illegal for them to do that shit at this point. They're voting based on ideological issues, or at the very least, pocketbook issues, dinner table issues. But I think it's not only unfair, it's a disservice to the black arguments to keep saying that white people vote on color lines.
I never said that.
Well, that was the whole supposition you laid out.
No, I gave an example. Now, let me tell you. Let me ask you a question. Who won the popular vote this last election?
Hillary.
The popular vote? Yeah, I think it went to Hillary.
Yeah.
So if Hillary had more votes, which is the popular vote, that's the individual vote, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right? That's the individual vote that you're talking about, correct? How in the fuck did Donald Trump win the election?
Because we don't.
If Hillary, wait a minute. See, I'm trying to.
I'm going to answer, but go ahead.
I'm trying to show the illusion of inclusion. That's what I'm trying to show you all. If Hillary had more Americans, black, white, and other, to vote for her, which should have, by all indications, given her the majority of the votes necessary to become the next president. How in the fuck did Donald Trump win the election?
U.S.
For one,
Constitution.
it's not a black. Yeah, it's not a black-white issue the way you laid it out in your sentence. Hold on, bro. You're the one.
But you're trying to keep saying I gave you an example, and I'm
asking. Let me start over. Let me start over and explain why this is connected. Because you seem to not see it.
It's not.
Wait, hold on. I think both of y'all are kind of, I don't want to say all over the place, but I think it is the case that that kind of more or less, like, General, you the question you're asking is why, explaining why the Electoral College is fucked up. I think we all agree that the Electoral College is kind of fucked up.
And not only that, we don't have direct democracy. We have
we're not debating that. We're not about to debate. I'm just talking to Enemy Nation. We're not about to debate whether or not the Electoral College is fucked up.
No, it's not that. But he's arguing procedure and making it seem like it's a color issue. Like, what about all the white people who voted for Hillary? Did they get played on a racial line? No, the system is set up the way it's set up. It's like you kind of made the argument starting out saying black people have the illusion of inclusion. Well, I mean, no, this is the way the system is set up for everyone, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I'm not arguing a color line. I'm just telling you this is the illusion of inclusion. It's high drama. That's all this is based on. Presidents are not elected, they're selected. Anybody disagree with that?
I disagree with it.
Show me how.
I can't pull my U.S. Constitution up here. I mean, I might well, but the Electoral College is, Democrats want. Can you tell me what Democrats want? What is their final cause? What is the Democrat final cause? Do you even know? Why do they call themselves Democrats?
What is their final?
I'm waiting. Their final cause. Their final cause. Yeah, the end game. What is the result that Democrats want?
Their end game, the Democratic Party end game, is a lot different than what the Republicans' end game is. The Democrats end game, the Democrats want a little bit, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, they want a little bit of fair and equal balance than what the Republicans want. The Republicans want conservatism. They want the status quo. They want to keep things the way that they always are without any change. Blacks over here, whites over there. I have money, they don't. I can conserve That's what being a conservative is. When you think about Republicans, you always think about a conservative because
What does
they have.
Republican means? What did they stand? Why are
Oh
Republicans
man, here
called
we go. Here
Republican?
we go. Right.
No, we got to start from the basics. Because I'll teach class today. I want to
Okay,
know
teach.
why do they call themselves Republicans, like
I
the
don't.
Cowboys, and
Obviously,
why do the
I don't know.
Cowboys call
Well,
themselves the
obviously,
Cowboys,
wait a
the
minute. Hold
Dallas
on.
Cowboys?
Well,
Why
I
do
don't
why do they
know.
call
I don't
themselves
know.
Republicans?
I just studied a
Okay,
little
well
bit of.
then we're gonna
I,
start.
hold
Let me
on,
tell
man.
you
Let me
Hold
why.
answer
on,
your
wait. You
question.
asking them questions. Let them answer. Go ahead.
He said he didn't know.
Let me tell you why. And I'm gonna be a little facetious here. I only studied a little bit of political science when I was in college 30 years ago. So maybe you can enlighten me. Since I
Okay, it's
don't
not.
know. I don't
Okay,
know.
it's
So you
not hard.
tell me.
It's not hard.
Okay.
Democrats want democracy. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
why they call Democrats. Republicans want
Mm-hmm.
to maintain the republic of what the country was founded on. Now, in order to get democracy, you have to change the Constitution, primarily Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution, which guarantees that every state in the Union have a Republican form of government, not a democracy form of government, not a democratic form of government, but a Republican form of government. So the Republicans have been playing defense for 240 years. The Democrats have been playing offense. This is why the Democrats mostly feel like the United States Constitution is illegitimate. Because every time they look at Article 4, Section 4, it's telling them that you do not belong here. So you basically have the Greek system of democracy versus the Roman system of republicanism. Okay, and in 1913, the Constitution was changed to include people being able to vote for senators by the 17th Amendment. So what you guys see about race this and inclusive that and liberal this and conservative that, this is a much larger game that's been going on for thousands of years, nearly 1,000 years, and it has reached into our country in the 1800s. Okay, and the only way that you can have a democrat or democracy system that's shaped like a pyramid as opposed to a republic that's shaped like a crown is that you have to change the United States Constitution. That's why they want to get rid of the Electoral College, because if you get rid of the Electoral College, then you can get the president elected by only having New York, Illinois, and California. This is why Hillary Clinton won in California by 4 million votes opposed to Donald Trump. Now, in each type of governmental system, you have to have an economic system. That economic system can either be a socialist economic system or a capitalist economic system. Okay, so these are what you call a governmental ideological differences, and they are at war, and they have different ways to score. Sometimes they might want to say, hey, look, we're going to run on a populist platform. That's the platform you're running on, but that's not your ideology. That's just the means. It's just like having a football team that decides that they want to use this playbook, and this year they want to be a running team, and next year they might be a passing team.
Okay.
Okay, so
May I
that's
interrupt? May I
now I'm
interrupt?
done.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
yeah,
wasn't going to
Wait,
interrupt
definitely.
you.
wait. I finally
Theo,
get. Can you hear me now?
yeah. You right in. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, my man is in the building. Theo Moore, thank you for the super chat. General, why was Trump selected and not Hillary? Blah blah blah. We ain't
Okay. Let
that.
me. Okay.
JJ Black Torch had to answer some questions. His cotton mobile phone went out. Shaking my head. Okay, Black Torch, you got it, man. Go ahead.
Okay. I changed connections. I moved the internet or Ethernet cables around. All right. Now, getting back, I'll answer the first question that David Monroe asked me. Why I didn't call you out directly, David Monroe? I was calling out all the Pookie conservatives. You're just one of many. And Ty City is the one who coined the word hood conservative. And I said I would not use it because he said that he invented it. So therefore, that's why I didn't call you out directly, because you're just a little ant. That's all. Now, getting back to all the other things that I needed to discuss, now that I have a clear connection, Um, I was asked by Bernard to come up with an analysis of what Barack Obama did. I was not trying to favor one candidate over another because he's not running. His is only his record. So I don't know what the vitriol is. If you ask me to compare the two plans, because most people, I would have been able to do that. The Trump plan and the Biden plan. See, and that's all the hood conservatives. What is the Biden plan? You don't even know the Biden plan for black people because you haven't even read it, because you don't read. All you know is about 500 billion, but you don't haven't read it. If you look at what Trump has done,
I did a
every
video
job
on it.
every job promise he made so far, and I can bring up the receipts on that. Every job promise he has made, he has lied and failed. Carrier, Carrier in Wisconsin, the jobs, the jobs moving to Mexico. Oh, we can have a show on dedicated on what Trump. Remember, these are promises. Do you believe that Trump is going to deliver on the things he says? Because if that's another show we can get into, because I have the receipts on that too. I can go down the list of 3.5 years of promises, and it's not looking good for Trump people because you're saying that he's going to give you 500 billion. I don't think so. So I'm done. If you
I'm
have any
still waiting on the
questions,
wall. I'm still
yeah,
waiting on the
I'm
wall
still
that
waiting.
Mexico is supposed that we're gonna build, but Mexico is gonna pay for it.
You know,
All right, go ahead, David Monroe. You can respond to that. In Enemy Nation, thank you for that history lesson. I mean, that was some interesting stuff.
But yeah, it
That's
was
some
some
interesting
interesting
stuff.
stuff. It was some
Yeah, I
interesting
don't.
stuff.
Yeah,
But what he left out was Texas is the only state that operates under a republic because they're the only state that have. They're the only state that kept the right to withdraw from the union. All the other states operate underneath the democratic system or democracy, not the democratic, but they operate under a democracy system.
all
Man,
right.
So
I
stop,
want. I
stop,
want.
please
just
stop.
wanted to just
I want
Stop.
to
wanted to
Just
get.
clear
Hold
that
stop
on.
up.
while you're here,
This
bro.
is why no, I don't.
Hold on. Time out. I do.
Bernard, let me finish my statement, please, brother.
All right, I do want to get hood conservative response to what Black Torch
Okay,
said, but
I'm
go ahead.
gonna say this.
Go ahead and
This
finish.
is
I mean, because that's a side note, so we're not gonna spend that
yeah.
much time on that. It was just a good.
I'm just gonna say this. This is
Yeah.
why every time we go abroad to fight a war, you know what they say? The Americans are bringing democracy around the world. That's why. And now we can move on from that point.
Yeah, we're not about to go too deep, far afield on a side point. So
They don't say
but
They don't say a
good.
republic around the world. They say a democracy.
But all right, David Monroe, hood conservative, go ahead and respond to Black Torch.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not going to say too much about backroom business issues, but I'll put it like this. I made my case. And
okay.
people who cared enough about the issue have probably seen me make my case at this point. So it is what it is. I'm just going to let it stand at that. That aside, motherfucker, you came up here to talk about me. Cut the bullshit out. Who the fuck else could you be talking about? Who
No,
else you be going
Oh
around
my
arguing with?
God.
okay.
Nigga, I made this shit pop. Stop that shit. I
You
made
made
this shit pop. I
All
made
right.
you do this right now. I
you
made you do
All
this.
right, hold on. Let's
Bernard. I just want to
Turning into
say,
a personal issue.
yeah,
Bernard.
I'm listening.
Um, it's not you. They're not. Aren't you? I'm responding to your request. I'm not responding to the David Monroe's request. You asked me to do this on more than one occasion.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he's talking about. But if it makes him feel better, okay, that's fine. Now
Listen,
getting
bro.
no,
Listen,
no,
bro. You
no,
wanted to call. You wanted to be
listen.
all in your intro, making subs. It's all in your fucking.
What
It's
subs?
all
I
in your
don't have any
subliminals.
subs.
I'm all in the back of
Dude,
your mind, nigga. Why am
dude,
I
I
all the
have
way
no
in the back of your
Hold
subs.
on.
mind, bro?
Listen. We
I have
ain't
no.
about to have
Wait,
a dick waving contest. That ain't
wait,
going
wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait.
I can
First of
argue the
all,
points.
I have no subs. I have no channel. I don't really. I have a job, and I have the jobs that I do. So I don't have anything to. I don't. I'm not trying to make a point. I was asked to look and do an analysis. I came up with the
I'm
facts.
in sub that's
You wait,
subliminal.
wait. If you guys want to discuss the facts, I'm all for it. But you seem like you guys want to say that. This is I'm not giving you the facts. These are the facts.
Hold
And
on. I said you did a good job, man. I commended your
no.
job.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that
No,
guy
no,
named
bro. You had the facts. You had the facts. I'm not talking about
Okay.
the facts per
Now
se.
wait,
It's all of a sudden it's not
Let me.
about who. All of a
No,
sudden it's
you
not
gotta let
about
me
somebody
finish.
else. The fuck out of
Hold
here,
on.
nigga.
Uh,
Anyway,
David,
bro.
let me
Anyway, look,
finish.
look,
Hold
look.
on.
Your
Hey,
facts
David.
don't
Hey,
mean shit because niggas don't fuck with Obama like you want them to. Get
I
over it.
don't really care. That's
it's,
my point. You're not getting the. You're not listening. That's your problem. You don't listen. I don't. My thing is not to sway people one way or another. David. My thing was to come up with what Obama did, and I thought I did it. Said what I did. I came up with the facts. Now, this guy Mario, he what you call try to do a deflection. And for the people who keep putting that I'm not an American, brother, my mother and father marched on Washington, you dumbass motherfuckers. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. So if that and I don't know, besides Captain America, you can kiss my black ass.
Okay, is he
Of
done?
being
Now let
not
me.
born,
Okay.
being, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of this. Oh, because anytime you have an intelligent or a different angle on
Who's the
things,
pookie now, nigga?
I'm a pookie. Hey, I'm still from Brooklyn, and I can still throw them up with the best. So don't
Oh,
get it
don't throw that
twisted.
Brooklyn shit out there now, but oh, pookie. The fuck
Bernard,
out of
can I?
here.
Hey,
Bernard, I
hey,
want to
all
add
right. Yeah. All
something.
right. Let's
Bernard,
keep it cool.
I want to add something real quick.
All right. Go ahead, General.
You see what happens here every time we talk about this Democratic and Republican stuff. What happened is people on the opposite side, the Republicans, they do exactly what Candace Owens and the rest of the big wads do, right? They speak on emotions. We asked them when they brought up the platinum plan. I said, okay, let's dig into that. Can you tell us about it? What it's all about? What is the offer there? They started telling us everything. Well, David started telling us everything that it wasn't. But what's in the plan? You see, they can't. They go to emotional. This is what MOT says, and I have to give MOT props on this because he said the same thing. Republicans, they don't have any fucking policies. They got a bunch of emotional fucking babble going on here.
all right.
Exactly.
So is he done? Look, okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
first of all,
done.
I want
I'm
to.
done.
Okay, first of all, when you talk about the set up democracy around the world, that's true. America does set up democracies around the world because democracies can be changed out easily. You see what I'm saying? So if you get an oligarchy or a dictator through a democracy, then you can easily change that out because you can split the democracy and create civil war, and then you can install someone else. This is the same thing that happened in Cuba, and this happened in Africa, happened in uh, uh,
It happened in Ghana. It happened in Iraq. It happened.
yeah, right,
It's happened in
exactly.
several
So,
places.
so,
So
so,
the
United
point.
States system of republic, the United States Republic, is a seriously complex uh, form of government. And
Mm.
so, when you have just got a people that just came out of civil war, the last thing you want to do is put an over convoluted, super complex form of government in and hope that it works. So that's why we set up democracies instead of republics.
Can I
See,
ask this guy one question? Because I think it's important.
Yeah. Go.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
brother.
Okay, my question Black Wolf, stop timing out people. Stop timing out DE Raptor, please.
Oh, I'm looking now. I didn't have the chat up. What's going on in the chat, Black Wolf?
He's
You
a
clowning?
Blue Wolf is timing out DE Raptor.
He said, "Black Floyd, just get off this platinum. Trying to talk to these jokers are a waste of time. Even when the women are coming in to laugh at these jokes. Yeah, that wasn't worthy of a timeout, Black Wolf. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. We've had this talk. We've had this talk. You know,
No.
you my man, but that's he didn't cuss
Okay.
nobody out.
The reason I wanna okay. I love when people talk about capitalism and communism and all these isms because what form of government? I think his name, the guy who was just talking. What form of government has done more damage to black people than any other form of capitalism or democracy or whatever. Can he answer that for me?
Marxism and communism fucked up Africa.
Okay. Is that your? That's yours. I'm not the other guy. Could he answer that one?
Yeah, democracies did.
Uh, I think you're both wrong. It's capitalism.
That's not a
America,
form of government. Capitalism is not a form of
capitalism.
government.
Wait,
Capitalism is
Bro,
an
you can't
economic
even
system.
answer your own question right.
Let me finish the question. Let me finish the response.
What is
Both of you.
capitalism? How is capitalism a government?
Capitalism is based on what? You have to have individualism from John Locke. You have to have Adam Smith on capitalism, and that's the form basis of the United States. It says, what does it says in the remember, the United States is not a democracy. It's a republic. You're wrong. It's a
I mean,
republic because you're wrong. It's a republic. Look it up. It's a fact. It's not a
well, tell
democracy.
Bernard, I mean, not tell
No, wait, I'm not
General
finished.
what the government is.
I'm not finished. So when you say that capitalism or when you say that communism hurt more black people, which is based on Marxism, and it hurt more black people, slavery is a capitalist system. When you gonna have to pay people for 400 years,
Slavery is a socialist system.
slavery is a capitalist system. When you don't have to pay people and you get the maximum work and don't pay people as little as possible or none, it's capitalism. Look it up. It's the
No,
Economist. Look it up.
I don't have to fucking look
All
it
right,
up. I already know how. If you're
You're
a slave, if you're a slave and the person is giving you a place to live, the person is taking care of you, the person is giving you shit to eat, okay, you have no say and you have no liberty, then you are working under a socialist communist regime. Now, of course, the slave owner, hold on, listen. Of course, the slave owner, this is how oligarchies work. Okay, well, you have the rich make the money, okay, and the poor and the people that don't have rights. This is a socialist system. Okay, it's not a capitalistic system because capitalism guarantees individual freedom to make your own decisions and your own choice. So if your employees don't have that freedom to go and work somewhere else, if they don't like the job, then they're working under a socialist regime and not a capitalist regime. So these talking points that you done read on CNN or MSNBC or something like that is silly.
That's wrong.
You're wrong. That's
wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong,
That's
man.
not even in the history books.
Okay,
That's
man.
not even in the history books.
Slavery was
Go ahead.
slavery was based on a capitalistic system. I don't understand how you know what, man.
You want to tell me about Adam Smith? All you got to do is read Adam Smith. Adam Smith said
that. Bro, who said Adam Smith?
The guy that just was talking. I don't even know that. The guy that was talking just before. He the one said read Adam Smith.
All right. Oh, my bad. I missed it.
I read Adam Smith.
Hold on. Stop. Real quick. General, go ahead and respond to him if you want to respond to him. But MOT on the panel, we do got to get MOT in here. Hopefully he was listening at the beginning. Hopefully he's about to take us back somewhere. We all over the place. But y'all see what it say right there. Please subscribe to Bernard Riley's second channel. I post highlight clips on there, and I will be going live on there someday soon. So definitely subscribe and bang the bell so you won't miss it. So you'll be able to hear that when I go live, and check out the highlight clips as well. But all right, MOT, thank you for your patience. Go ahead, man. You got the floor. You got the mic. Pick it up at whatever part of the conversation that prompted you to come on up. You got it.
See, people like this were kicked from political conversations because they're nothing but disruptors. You wouldn't have to disrupt if you can represent your side of the argument. There's nothing to disrupt. If you want to disrupt with your ideas and disrupt with your policies. We know what happened with these 2-minute warning conservatives who just now became conservative, don't know anything about the game or what happened or what points has been scored. They don't even believe in redressing the actual government to stop doing the things that they are actually doing. Because this place is supposed to be based on equal protection under the law. And if that stuff was in place, most of the stuff we actually talk about, we wouldn't have to talk about. If, like, Listen, conservatism leaves people out. Conservatism is based on leaving black people out and black men in specific. That's what the party was based on. When it was democratically conservative when it first started. When all those
The
black
party
people,
that black Republicans founded?
could we shut this motherfucker up? Like, why am I being interrupted by somebody who's deliberately don't know what the fuck he's talking about?
All right, yeah, let's be cool. Let them don't interrupt conservative. But
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he wanted to
let's keep the shots to a minimum.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead. All right.
After the time period ended, there was another choice of party versus what was down there. They was not going to join the party of which was down there, which was very Christian, very Southern Baptist, very did not give a damn about black people in general, but black men in specific. So when they stopped Reconstruction, because this area has not recovered since what happened down there. I'm from Mississippi. Mississippi never recovered after that, even till today. And it's the same people. So you have to look at the people that was in the party, not just the party specifically across the board. Listen, lead with your conservative policies. Your conservative policies that is to be voted on by Mitch McConnell and crew. If you don't have that, then you're just here to disturb the conversation. Here's the thing. Barack Obama didn't do shit for niggas. Niggas wanted to get shit out of Barack Obama, but he wasn't the president of the nigga system. He was the president of the entire United States, which don't represent niggas' interests at all. So you got to be able to come out here and compete out here. But you also got to be able to make sure that the government is being fairly and equal to everybody else. They don't allow people like this to talk and speak anywhere else in the world but here, and then call it freedom. They could clearly say that other people need to die without unjustly going to trial. You can't do that shit in Germany. You take your motherfucking ass to jail, you go to do that shit. So the only thing they're here to do is disrupt your side of the argument without presenting their side of the argument. That's all they're here to do. Without even caring about the track record to which they claim that they're part of, which they don't have to learn, but they're allowed to be part of every political conversation. It's nuts. Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Anytime. Did you catch
So,
the beginning? Hold on, real quick. Did you catch the beginning of this MOT?
No, I did not. No,
Okay, yeah,
I'm well aware of the points because I keep up with the stuff, so I know what he's done. But I know with people who are new to the conversation, who just here to disrupt it and try to lead it off into emotional pitfalls, we know they don't know.
All right, go ahead.
Well. So thank God we live in America where you can't go to MOT's thought prison because you disagree with his political schemes and shit. So, red, white, and blue all day. Fuck
it's
Germany.
Not a political scheme for equal protection.
Hold on, MOT, let him go.
Look. Now you go to German prison. You spoke out of turn, MOT. Isn't that how you wound up in German jail, by speaking out of turn?
You have to moderate your panel and stop this bullshit from being said in the first.
God damn.
No.
Wait.
God damn. Why don't you just give MOT the controls?
He gets to speak. The MOT. I understand. I understand the hard line. I understand the hard line you take on your channel. You don't let people who's saying stuff that you deem to be absolutely bullshit to even get a word off. But I don't know if what he's saying is absolutely bullshit. Look. I need to hear it first.
Okay, let's summarize
that. Could I ask one thing of the
fact that wait a minute, let me get this out before you jump in. The fact that the Republican Party was actually founded by black men, some of them are probably ex-slaves themselves, and now after like 30 years of Democrat terrorism against the black population, they chased us out of the fucking Republican Party, okay? They chased us out of that shit, and you acting like that didn't happen. You want to stand by, the Republican Party's racist. You know what? We built this shit. We can go home whenever the fuck we want.
This is my point, Bernard. This is what I'm trying to say. This is how it devolved into this argument. This show was not based on Republican, Democrats, or what the voting patterns are of the past black people from founding of this of either party. This had to do with what Barack Obama did, which I'm asking you, did I misspeak anything that he did based on the facts? The facts, one, he created more jobs for black people than any other president in history. Facts number two, he got unemployment, he got health insurance for a third of black people that couldn't get it. He helped with um, getting settlements for housing discrimination, all these things. And did I misspeak on any one of these things? And that's to you, David.
One, I didn't necessarily call out everything you said. I don't think they're all that important, and I don't think black people give a fuck about those things. That's the
Time
funny
out,
thing.
time out, time
I
out.
don't think
Okay,
black people care. That's the
okay,
irony of it all.
All right,
No,
all
no, no.
right, all
Hold on,
right.
hold on. Black
Hold
folks,
on,
slow you
hold on,
down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
hold
Think about
on,
it. Think about it.
Later
At the end of the
hold
Obama
on.
presidency, right? Hold on, hear me out. At the end of the Obama presidency, right? Black people weren't like thrilled about all those things you mentioned. They were just sad that the black dude was gone.
okay. Can I ask you something? What is your most important thing that you feel that as you look at any candidate, what is the most important thing? Is it economics? Is it social? Or is it I'm trying to figure out what
Economics,
motivate.
security, and
Okay,
social policies in that
okay.
order.
So this is a question for you then. All right. If it's economics, then how are you voting for Trump? Because his economics is
Well,
based on wait, let me finish the question. His economics is based on what? Is the pandemic is directly affecting the economy, directly affecting your pockets. So how are you voting for somebody who failed on the pandemic who's actually failing the economy? Now you can answer.
Joe Biden hasn't had a real job in his entire adult life.
Oh man.
Oh, see,
Okay, all right, all right, all
you
right.
see what
Just let me
All right,
wait,
look,
David,
let me
David, I gotta
time
say,
out, time out, time out,
No,
time
real
out. Let me
shit.
say.
Hold on. Real shit, real shit. Stop, stop.
Wait a
Trump
minute.
has been
Wait.
wheeling and dealing on the billionaire level for years, and you got a motherfucker who's made
going
money
to
by
attack the
letting his
president.
son make money. You got a motherfucker who got
hold
rich
on, hold on.
while being in Congress because his kids got rich, bro. Chill the fuck out about Trump doesn't know business. You got this dude, Joe Biden, whose only job in his entire life has to be write words on paper. That's his whole job is he writes words. He
Wait,
signs
wait.
shit most of the time.
All
He
right,
doesn't
let
Okay,
me
build a goddamn
let me
thing.
time
hold
out.
on.
Order. I need a damn one of those. Okay.
Gavel.
All right, yeah, gavel. All right, let me just say this. Okay. This is what I thought was going to happen today. I thought that Black Torch was going to show up and present some facts or whatever, stats, data, facts to show what Barack did for black people. I thought someone was going to come up and dispute what he was saying. It seems as if nobody can really dispute what he was saying. So the whole claim that Barack Obama didn't do nothing for black people, I think that more or less can get put to bed. He did do something for black people. Now, going forward, if y'all want to debate over Trump versus Biden, then let's go ahead and do that. But as long as it's
Let's say something real quick before I
The
get started.
Obama's a moot point at this point. It's a moot
I know
point.
it's a good I
Let's
know,
just
but
go on a
everybody
conversation.
every everybody always says that in this space that Obama did nothing for black people. I wanted
he just
the
wanted to
fact,
get it on the record. I
yeah,
guess.
I wanted somebody to come and lay it out, make the case. I wanted somebody to come refute the case. It seems as if nobody can really refute the case. So there it is. It's on record. Obama did actually do something
Well,
for black people. And so moving forward,
here's the funny thing. Wait,
No, there's
before
no
we move
funny
forward,
thing.
let's address one thing.
David,
Let's address
David.
one thing. There's
Let
a
me say,
social element. There's a social component to
Obama's
this. Do
investigation.
you think? Do you
David,
think that during
David,
the Obama
David,
presidency, the
Obama's
black society? Do you think during the Obama presidency, black society got stronger or weaker? Because I would argue it got weaker. I mean, all this fucking marching and protesting. Obviously, they're unhappy during his presidency because remember, BLM and all that shit started under Obama, so there was an unhappiness there. And I'm just wondering, like, what did we get? Like, we voted for him because it made us feel good, and at the end of it, did we get stronger for it?
I got stronger
Yeah, I
economically.
sure the hell did.
Wait,
All right,
wait,
we
time
got,
out,
I
time
just
out.
want to say,
Bernard, I got to answer this because,
I got you, Nago. Hold on.
okay,
Go ahead, Black Torch. I got you,
okay.
Nago.
First of all, you did not answer the question. You answered the question with another question, which is a non sequitur. So therefore, that's not even an answer. Okay. The other thing I want to say that okay, you think that Obama moved everything into social. Okay, granted, he did some social things that none of us agree to, but he did help black people. So therefore, the answer still stands, as Bernard pointed out, that he did do things for black people. And you can't dispute the numbers don't lie. More black people were unemployed, health insurance, black veterans, which was a disgraceful thing. They got actual health insurance and they got health insurance and they got shelter. And he did it for the pookies like yourself. He helped you guys out. So I don't know what more you want to say. If you want to judge Obama by what's going on by his past, good. Let's do that. But don't try to say that. I ask you a question, one question. If Trump is so great, then why is he failing on the economics based on his pandemic results? And you answered nothing.
I actually
And
didn't
I'm
answer
done.
that part of the question, but to
All right,
address that, this is unprecedented, actually. So you have no
well,
curve to grade him
that's fair.
against, and I don't think
That's
he's doing all
fair.
that horrible.
It's the pandemic. I mean,
well,
he said some stupid
it,
stuff, and he was kind of dragging his feet in the beginning. But at the end of the day, it is unprecedented. I'll give you that point, David Monroe, all day. But we going into Gone 11 in the building. What's going on?
hey, what's up, Bernard? What's up, baby?
What up? What up?
All right, man. Listen, man. You're doing good things, man. You're doing good things. Yeah. I just wanted to say, Obama did pull 25 million people, kind of up out of the poverty zone. Now, was Obama strictly for black people solamente? No, he came in there to fix the economy. So you got to understand, his job was to fix the economy and get that back on track. Okay, did he put things out there for black people and black men in particular? Like we're talking about no child left behind, and my brother's keeper, which was actually cut back to the fat meat by we know who. Okay, he also funded what was called the Operation Ceasefire in Chicago. So everybody, Chicago, make a song out of that. But I think they did a play on that, Chicago the play. But anyway, in that Operation Ceasefire, crime went down about 30% underneath that program. It was going down nicely. Then what happened was, they grabbed the former Pookies, former gang members. They came in there, got funded by way of Obama's program. And
Oh shit!
they were
There we
part
go.
of it, or were former parts of it, and helped to bring the ceasefire down, helped to bring the crime rate down considerably, and the numbers.
Damn, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. He started lagging and then he disappeared on me. Corey Burke in the building. What's going on, brother? He says, glad to catch you fellas live again. Keep up the good. He says, keep up the good work. I'm thinking he's meant to put work right there. Balance or good balanced conversation. You're changing lives, even if you don't realize it. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Hey,
Real quick, I got one more. I think two more. Mill Enlightenment TV in the building. Says Obama expanded the welfare state, raised taxes, forced people to get health insurance to get or get a penalty. More black men were ended by ended by cops than any other president. Hold on, he passed legislation for women, LGBTQ, and immigrants.
He did nothing for niggas. That's what it was.
Black people. Well, actually, Black Torch did lay out some stuff that he did, did for some for Pookies and whatnot. But I mean,
but when you're dealing with people who are specifically talking from a talking point mind state, who don't know about the actual issues inside and out, they're not responding with what the Conservative Party has done along the same lines, and they never do. So and all the things that's been said so far, Mr. Monroe does not have an answer towards that.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
The
All right, you
Democrat,
got hold on.
the
You got
Republican
next.
Party.
Enemy lines. You got next, real quick. I gotta. These are sponsors coming through. He says indigenous TV says black unemployment was at its highest under Obama, 16%. He damn near inherited that. It was trending up. It was
See,
at
this is what you're
13.
talking about.
It was at 13, and hold on. It was trending up. It was at 13, and it kept trending up to 16% by about 2010, and then it started going down and hit all the way low down there at like 7% by the time Obama was out of office, and then Trump took over, and it dropped down to 6 after he was in office for 5 minutes, and then he took credit for it. That's what happened. Like,
Yeah.
so you can't.
That person super chat again after hearing that about what he thinks about that. Like, this is why you don't invite most black people to the political conversation. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
MOT, you just stay trying to ban people. You want these niggas out. Or MOT, you be trying to come over here and be like Joe Clark and get these niggas kicked out the school. They can come and talk, MOT. Let them talk.
No,
That's how people
but they
learn.
don't know what they're talking about. Like,
But that's how
all
people
this
learn.
stuff has relevance. All this stuff has relevance, and they just come through just fire and forget talking points, and don't forget that there's actually always relevance and a track record that goes with this shit. Like, nobody wants to even talk about what George W. Bush dropped off to Obama that Obama had to turn around. Nobody is talking about that.
I tried to address a lot of the things, but again, it went over people's heads because they don't really want to understand. Like this guy, Indigenous TV, whatever his name was, he basically took whatever pleasant facts he wanted to, and didn't do because the black unemployment rate now is 12.1. Not 5.5. I don't even know where you got the 5.5 from.
That's pandemic stuff right there. No,
But I covered this. It was trending up. Black unemployment was trending up in November and December before the pandemic, and this is under Trump. Look at the chart. Go to the chart.
No, I'm pulling it out right now.
Look at the chart, and you'll see. And they have it written in words. It was going up. Black unemployment was going up under Trump.
Yeah, and this is about to
So
illustrate.
we're talking about Obama
All
or Trump.
niggas see is that $5 billion.
We're talking about what Obama did. I don't know who just spoke. And
I'm just saying, like, I haven't disputed it. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
it's
at
not
the end
you.
of the day,
It's other people in the chat are disputing it. You're not. Other people are putting it.
All right, here it is. SW1,
So zoom in.
Hold on, SW1. Thank you for the super chat. I'm about to zoom in and explain exactly what I was just explaining. As soon as I get right here. All right, now this is the spin. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Now, if you slide down a lot of bit, because the words are saying that. No, slide it down.
I mean, up or down?
Down, more. I want to say, no, that's up. Down, more.
It's like Tiger Hilly.
More. There's a sentence before the. Does see those?
Oh, you're trying to read the sentence up there?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I was just trying to show the. All right.
Okay. You see that? Because for the people who can't read and can't understand, 16.8, and it dropped down to Obama to 17.5. That's that. Okay. Now you see that graph there. You see Trump under Trump administration, it started going down and then it started tailing back up. Now, if you look go to the next sentence, page 3, you'll see the words that describe what that graph is saying.
Well, more specifically, what I was saying, so you can see right there, it was at 13. So to his point, he said, well, Obama, it was at 16. So if it's at 13 right here, once he got in office, that's the trend from the Bush administration. And then by about 2010, after Obama was in office for a very brief amount of time, you can see it started trending on down. And then that 5 that he talking about Trump got it to, that's when all Trump did is just maintain Obama's trend. So he really didn't exactly do nothing, but he getting credit for it. I mean, I give him credit for maintaining it. I give him credit.
But he didn't maintain it
because give him credit for not fucking it up.
Well, he did fuck it up because if you look at the next, if you go to the next page on that presentation, it says quite clear. It says quite clear. Black unemployment. Stop right there. Stop right there. Nope. Go back. See that the last bullet point? The black unemployment rate increased in November to 5.6, and then it started going up. It went up to see what I'm saying? It went up. It didn't go down. It went down overall for
Well,
everybody else, but it started trending up for black people in November. That's before the pandemic. Before November is before the pandemic. December is for the pandemic. So so what are you telling me that black unemployment was 5.5? I don't know where he got that number from. He's pulling it out of his ass, but it's not any facts.
well, either way it go, Trump got it at 7, and it
But
dropped as lowest to 5.6. Obama got it at 16. I mean, got it at got it trending up to 16 and dropped it down to 7.
right.
Got to give him credit for that. And let me formally say this before I pass the mic. Like, look, I understand that it's a lot of people in this space that are voting Republican. I already said I'm voting Republican. And look, it's as simple as this, y'all. We can still vote Republican. We can still believe in traditional conservative values, principles, and all of that. But we also can look back at the first black president and say, you know what, he didn't do bad. And there's nothing wrong with that. We don't gotta be zealots on that and just shit on Obama just because he had a D in front of his name. He was the first black president and he didn't do bad. And I feel like that's what people are doing. I mean,
Bernard, but when you say things like traditional conservative values, you try to make it look like the Republican Party is the only party who can be for strong families and all that shit.
All right, and now
economics and all that shit. Like, I mean, but that's what those loaded terms mean. It means that
no, that's what we call bullshit.
David,
that's what we call bullshit. Right the fuck there, nigga. Hold the fuck up.
David, I know. MOT, this is the part of the argument where I feel like David start winning because now he can bring all of the shit that the Democrats do and all the stuff they talk about.
What time period you want to
start?
All
the shit he don't want to talk about, bro. All the shit he don't want to talk about, he has to talk about to make this argument.
Now we talking.
You have to talk about this shit, bro. All right. What's the Kamala Biden black family plan? Go.
Okay. Yes, there is.
There is no plan.
You don't have a plan. What are you talking about?
No, the Kamala Biden, because she will be president. The Kamala Biden black family. Nigga, you ain't gotta vote for me. You ain't gotta vote for me. You ain't never gonna see me. You gonna vote for that high yellow bitch though. You gonna vote for that immigrant though, ain't you? You gonna vote for that non-black bitch though, right?
Can answer the question.
She is not a real black woman, but you giving her real black woman respect. She is not the queen. She ain't one of the queens, nigga. No, she is not one of the queens.
David. Black Church, you said you was trying to answer a question?
I was trying to answer this question. Bernard, first of all,
thank you, SW1. Thank you for the super chat.
David,
go ahead, Black Church.
David, so that means that you're ignorant of the Biden plan because the Biden plan is right on his website. We can go to the Biden the website and pull it up right now. So you haven't even read his plan, but yet you're going to challenge it, say it doesn't exist. You're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about.
No. I know it exists. I know it exists. Here's the deal.
Okay. Then what did you just say? We can rewind it.
I know it exists. Here's the deal. Black people don't know what's in it. You know why? Black people heard Trump say 500 billion. They don't know what the fuck's in the Biden plan. You know why? Because it's Biden's job to sell it to us, not yours. You campaign harder for Biden than Biden does.
Here we go.
You belong on the Roland Martin show, bro. You need to be on the Roland Martin show. Go campaign for Joe. Campaign for Uncle Joe. Maybe if he wins, he'll let you sit on his knee.
Can I finish when I'm finishing?
All right. Let Black Torch get his full shot off uninterrupted.
Yeah, this is my point. If you're going to make a statement that said that there's no plan, I said, okay, tell me we pull up both plans and compare. That's what a rational, logical individual will do. That's what I do. That's why I know the plan exists. I know what the differences are. And I know also Trump's track record on delivering on promises, which I said, which we can do on another show, that we can put both plans up and compare, and also put up Trump's track record on delivering on the promises on economics. And I challenge you to stand on that square.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
In regards to Trump's plan and Biden's plan, which is Lift Every Voice plan, the difference between Biden's plan and Trump's plan is Biden's plan is if Biden gets elected. This is what he's promising. Trump is not promising if he gets elected that he's going to follow through on his plan. He never promised that he would do that. What he promised was if blacks voted Republican for the next 4 years, that the plan would be the bare minimum of the plan. But if they voted Republican, then there was more to it. But you can't, as a president, say, hey, look, I got this plan for you, and then go into the White House and everybody else is Democrats, because they're just going to stop your plans that you have in place. So the only way that you can get your plans passed into law is that you have to have the support of the Republican Party. Okay, so that's what Trump said specifically when he went to Atlanta. He said if blacks vote Republican, not if blacks vote Trump. He said if blacks vote Republican, because Trump could die in office and then there goes your plan. So what he said is if blacks vote Republican, we can get this done. But if blacks just vote Trump in the office and then don't go to the polls and uproot these Democrats in these cities that actually block the money from getting to the average person, because they got to get their cut first. And then once they get their cut, they turn around and say, well, you know what, Trump didn't do nothing for
Now
you.
you're preaching. Okay.
I'm not preaching. That's your opinion. I'm telling
No,
you
it's not
facts
my
that
opinion.
I've done videos on, and that I've done extensive research on, and I ain't just drove up doing this. Okay, see,
so-
I'm not a Republican
okay,
because I'm a
that's
conservative.
cool.
That's cool. Let him respond to what
Okay,
you said.
let me just say one thing. Okay, that's cool.
Hey,
That
don't
I'm
interrupt,
saying
Bobby.
I'm saying this because this is most important.
He's back.
That you got to look at it. Okay, you're saying that you want people now. Every other group says go in there and say, okay, what you gonna do for me? Every other group. So now you're saying black people shouldn't ask for that, or that's contrary to what every other group does. Every other group. That's the first point. The second point is that you're trying, as we have an expression in New York, you're trying to sell the sizzle and not the steak. What it is that what I mean by that is you're trying to say, oh yeah, vote for me and vote for my thing, and we'll see later on if we can get you what you need to be.
See, what you're doing
All
is
right, real
called.
quick,
What you're doing is what.
enemy
What
lines,
you're
enemy
saying,
lines.
I'm just going.
Hold
Go ahead.
on. Before we let enemy lines respond, let me catch up on the super chats. Got to have a word from our sponsors, Theo Moore. Can we stop? This is an interesting point, though, that I do want want us to put a pin in this one and come back to it. Can we stop talking about the employment numbers? Neither president is responsible for the incline or decline of those numbers.
That's not. That's not
Why
true.
they try to take
That
credit?
is true. That's what
That is not true.
Thomas Sowell said. Thomas Sowell said that the free market is going to do what is going to do. It's not going to do anything if presidents and administrations just leave the private sector alone, then the free markets in itself will determine and keep unemployment down based on supply and demand if the presidents just leave it alone. So if I'm going by a world renowned economist and black one at that, Thomas Sowell, that is accurate.
Okay,
All
I
right.
can dispute that with facts. Okay, one.
Okay, real quick. Consular Murray, thank you for the super chat. Ambush, I want to get these out the way before they go up and I lose them.
Okay.
He said, it's funny we're having this debate, yet everything we complain about in the manosphere can be traced back to Democratic policies. That is an interesting point. I do like that point. I do like that. That's worthy of a whole show. Robert
That's
Benjamin
where
in
I
the
come
building
from all day.
with a super chat. Yeah, that
Okay.
was one of your stronger points that you kind of made in one of your debates with against MOT or Mike B. That was one of your stronger points, David Moreau. I'll give you credit for that one. All right, go ahead and answer that that
Okay.
other question,
Okay.
whatever the other question was.
He used Thomas Sowell. That was interesting, but that's not entirely correct. Presidents all the time direct money and I give an example. During the Great Depression, for example, the government started the WPA, which is uh, a work project to actually build roads and infrastructure, and that had a direct impact on the economy. Every president except for George W. Bush has invested in infrastructure that it has changed those numbers. They have changed the numbers as saying doing manufacturing, all these things. That's economics 101. The president does, and economic policies does influence um, in unemployment and employment. That's why you have the Federal Reserve now pumping money into the economy to make sure that because people are not working, that the people have money to spend money so they can keep the economy going. So your David Soul, I mean the Soul is another one of these so-called free market capitalists that really, if we had kept going with it, we would have never got out the depression or the Great Recession because Obama didn't follow it, and they're not following it either. These numbers now, the Federal Reserve is pumping money into the economy. How is that following Sol's recommendation? It is not.
Oh man, argue with Soul. I just was saying what he,
You're telling
it's like, hey, look, this conversation. I'll just, I said, hey, look, dude is correct, and if you're going to argue with somebody, hey, look, argue with Thomas Sowell. Now there are certain policies that yes, the president can affect job creation and so on, but at the end of the day, the president is not going to go there. And we're doing what this guy asked not to do and talking about job. But at the end of the day, the president's not going to go submit your resume. He's not going to go get you dressed for an interview. At the end of the day, if people are going to do what they're going to do. You know
Do
what I'm
you
saying?
understand what policies are and how policies address? There's tax
Hey
policies.
man, don't insult
There,
my
wait,
intelligence.
no, no,
Like we can do this. We can do this on another
I'm not
channel.
insulting your intelligence. I'm telling you, the president uses policies, tax policies, investment policies to affect changes and affect these things. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm saying this is how it's done.
Yeah, I understand.
You're
This is understood.
also saying the
Okay.
government should pick winners and losers too. That's a bad way to go.
Time out. But that's what the government has done, or for this last
But
year,
that's
the government has done that. That's
yeah.
your Republican government has done that,
Hold
not
on,
the
hold on.
Democrats.
Some of them
Your
have, some of them
Republican.
haven't. There's been wars within the Republican Party over fiscal policies and spending and so forth. This is what the whole Tea Party revolution was about. So it's not as
The
if the
Tea
party itself
Party.
isn't in
Wait,
turmoil. Yes, it was taxed enough already. That's what the acronym was about from the beginning. So the idea that the Republicans have been fiscally responsible, listen, I'm not saying you're wrong on that, but the doctrine of conservatism isn't necessarily what the Republican Party does every single day of its life. Like, no, they break the rules and they stab us in the back too.
No,
so
honestly,
go ahead.
the thing with the Republican Party is that that true republicanism has not been in the party for about 80 years. Okay, it is drifted just like the Democrat Party has drifted, and is based on platforms and it's based on big money um, interest. And it started happening when the 17th Amendment was drafted, and it started allowing. It took the senators away from being picked by the state legislatures, and it made it to where people could start picking the senators by voting the senators. And then what had happened is that you had these big corporations started paying these senators, because the senators initially was not supposed to be picked by it was supposed to be picked by, they were supposed to be appointed. You see what I'm saying? So when people start saying conservative and liberal and so on and so forth, they're in both parties. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
know,
a
but
Republican.
you're
I'm a
kind of
Republican.
drifting.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you just be quiet, then you'll see that I tie it all in together.
Oh,
I'm a
Hey, yeah,
Republican.
real quick. I'm about to step away for a second. Y'all behave yourself. I don't want to come back to a shootout, but I got to walk off for a
Right
second.
on.
no,
So
it's not a problem.
look. I'm a Republican, not because I'm a conservative, not because I, anti-abortionist or whatever. I am a Republican because of the simple fact that we have a capitalist system and a capitalist society, and now that we are probably, as Black people, are probably poised to start benefiting off of this capitalist society, the the Democrat Party through the Socialist Democrats want to uproot the capitalist society before we can actually benefit off of it. And I'm like, no, we need to benefit off of what these white folks have been benefiting off. Because when you go into socialism, the people that got
Wait,
money,
okay.
they can withstand that. But it's going to crush the Black community. And so I'm like, look, let us get ours first. Then we can decide together with these socialists what plans we want to put in place. But don't just say we're going to uproot the system and now we got to go through civil war and all this and poverty all over again and never benefit from capitalism. That's why I'm a Republican.
Okay,
I
like
mean,
I
that's
said,
what the Democrats are offering right now.
I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I'm independent. Like I was trying to say before, I look at a spreadsheet and I look at both plans. I look at the benefits of both plans to Black people and or to myself actually, because I'm on voting for, I can only vote and I vote for myself. So what I was disputing is that what I was describing to you as they were saying that the Democrats are the ones who are spending all the money. That's not true, because under the Democrats, the Republicans are the ones who gave tax breaks to the 1%. And this gap has started from Ronald Reagan and going forward. He started it. It continued under Bush. It continued under Trump, and that's what who fixed the deficit? George, what's his name? Clinton. We had a surplus. Who got us out the red and was doing everything to dig us out of the hole that George Bush put us in? Barack Obama.
It
Now
was
who's
actually
putting us
Bill
back?
Clinton that put us in that hole, but I
No, he
digress.
did not. When he left office, brother, I can send you the facts. We had a surplus. We got a clicker
You
of.
know why we
We
had
have
a
a clicker.
surplus? You know
Wait,
why we
no,
had a
let me finish.
surplus?
Let me finish. They have a clicker up in Times Square that shows the U.S. debt, and it was going down. If we were going to be a balance, and they took that money. And what did they do with that money? George Bush turned around and gave it to the 1%. These are facts. These are facts. I can show it to you, and I can, because everything I say, I make sure to bring facts. We can have another conversation and we can
Why
discuss
are
this.
we study ignoring this giant elephant in the room,
Whatever,
especially
when
as
he
it
said
pertains?
something about
Hold on,
Thomas
hold on,
Sowell,
hold
I'm
on.
responding.
I am
You're
not getting.
interrupting. You're
I tried to
interrupting.
jump in when I
I
found a
was
gap. I didn't
I was
listen.
trying
Listen,
to.
Torch. I'm
Okay.
not jumping down your throat about anything you just said. Let me make the point. I'm trying to redirect for a quick second. I want to point something out here. We are ignoring the giant elephant in the room. Like, this is the Black manosphere. We spend a lot of time talking about issues that are near and dear to Black men. The Democrat Party has been totally captured by the movement that is BLM, not just the organization, but the ideas that it carries. Those ideas are a direct threat to everything Black men hold near and dear. Why do you want to support an organization that doesn't
I'm
believe in
not
Black men
supporting
having
anybody. I mean, see,
I'm
that's
not
your
talking
point.
about, listen, I'm not talking about BLM as the organization. I'm talking about the Democrat Party now that they're kneeling for BLM. All right. They've already kowtowed to it. So my point is, when the party decides to go in such a hard direction, following ideas that are almost like ideologically opposed to everything Black men value, why should we not, like, why are we separating these two things here? the issues of BLM and the things that we dislike about BLM will eventually become the word and the norm of the party.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll say I
Wait.
do. I
Wait,
want
wait,
to
wait. Let me finish with
All
this
right,
one.
go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead, go ahead, go
All right.
ahead.
That's interesting. Because, all right. So, and that's what you think about the Democratic Party. So I can say the Proud Boy and the racist white people of who are in the Republican Party. You don't think they have an effect on what the Republican Party is doing? You can't
The
have it both
fact,
ways. Okay, I didn't, David.
I'll
Don't do.
answer
Let him
you when
finish.
you're
Let
ready.
him finish.
Let me finish.
You got it.
You got a president. I can show you pictures of the president. His guy Stone, his son. What's that guy? Cruz. What's the name? Meeting with these Proud Boys, these so-called white supremacists. And you think the Republican Party, with their right-wing racist party, and you're telling me that black people should vote for a party that wants to basically extinguish them?
The Proud Boys were founded by a black person, black man. His name is I forget his actual name, but he's like a black Cuban dude. I actually dropped a quick video about him on my channel because Mitch, who got on the Senate floor, Chuck Schumer got on the Senate floor and tried to call them Nazis. So I quickly pulled up all the black people who are happily proud members of the Proud Boys. And, these are some of the blackest white supremacists that must be in existence by your argument. So
Oh, of
I
course,
don't know where
because
to go
black
with that.
people, you know why? You know why I say that? Because David Chappelle had an interesting skit. He had a one where this guy was so racist that he didn't even know he was racist about black people. Sometimes your worst enemies are the people that look like you. Don't because they
The
look like
funny
you don't
thing,
mean. I didn't interrupt you, David. Okay, now you say he's a
okay.
black Cuban. Interesting. Does this guy call himself black? I can guarantee this black Cuban, yes, you call him a
No, he
black
calls
Cuban.
himself Cuban. He
No,
calls
he
himself
calls him.
Cuban. But the thing is,
He
if he
considers
walked down
Hold
the
on, hold
street in the
on.
David.
projects, if
David,
he
let
walked
me
down the
finish.
street in the projects, you call him
David,
one of them
let
niggas.
me
Okay.
finish. David, let me finish. There's plenty, there's Dominicans, there's Cubans who identify, they could be as dark as coal, but they'll tell you they're white. So don't tell me this crap. And they're more dangerous to black people than anybody else. So don't tell
Now,
me this crap.
now, hold on. Move on to the next issue of the Proud Boys. What do the Proud Boys stand for? What are their white nationalist policies that they're promoting? Name some.
Oh, you want? No, you're the one who's telling me. That's your party. You telling me
No, you made
what's
the
your
claim, bro.
party?
No,
I
you
made
made
a
the
claim
claim. I want you to put
because
evidence
okay,
for your
so
claim.
okay, and you
You made
then
the claim that they're a white nationalist group. I
yeah,
already proved to you that they have black members. So now you need to further
you
make the
said they
claim
have.
that they have white nationalist ideology in their paperwork. Where are they promoting that? Like, because you go to the BLM website and you can find out the shit that's against black men. Go on the Proud Boy website and find that shit.
Okay, can we go to the Proud Boy? Because I know that the Southern Poverty Law Center put them on the
Fuck them. The SPLC is
excuse
bought
me,
and paid for by the
excuse me.
left.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Fucking
So the
leftist
Klan,
tool.
wait. The Klan was on that list. That was paid. That was paid for. Those white neo Nazis groups are on it. So you can't have it both ways. You want to explain one thing as being it's innocuous, but
Shit,
the
they
other
try to
thing
put
as a
Jordan
bit of,
Peterson on lists like that. Go fuck out of here. They call you a
listen.
racist so they can shut you up. I'm not buying it. Prove the racism. I'm not going for it just because you threw the mud. I need
Well,
you to prove the fucking racism. You
well,
guys can't keep waving this racism
okay,
flag. And
okay,
that's another
fine.
thing. Black people, so long as we are
You
terrified of the so-called white boogeyman, these motherfuckers will keep waving the white boogeyman in front of you so you can march left. Stop letting them punk you into being afraid of some invisible white man. This is some bullshit.
really
Hey,
the invisible white man?
even that, you cannot get rid of racism in one party from another party. In order to get rid of racism in the Republican Party, you get 50% of black people in the Republican Party. The racism is gone. This is what Donald Trump, like in his platinum plan, this is what he's saying. Hey, yo, we can get rid of these racists. We acknowledge they're racist, but they're only there for ideology. Okay, they didn't like the communists going into the Democrat Party. They were anti-communist, so they said, "Oh, I guess we're going to go to the Republican Party." The Republican Party is a vessel. You have different factions that make up and comprise the Republican Party, just like you have the different factions that make up and comprise the Democrat Party. So it's based on you're going to vote for a party or a candidate based on your ideology and your interests. So there are different overlaps as well within the party on the fringes. So you could actually have a conservative communist that's in the Republican Party. So
And that's
to
my
not know these guys,
point. And that was my point. That was my point, because he brought up and said BLM is what the party is, and BLM is, and I just wanted to prove. And thank you. You answered my question. You answered the thing. Both parties have both issues with them, so it's a moot point. You just answered your own the point. You
what are
just
you
answered
talking
it.
about? What are you talking
You
about?
just said David tried to say BLM controls the Democratic Party. And I said, oh, so the Proud Boys and the neo Nazis and the skinheads don't put. And you just said no, they're only a part of the party.
Oh,
They
okay.
because it's the same thing.
Well,
That's my point.
that
But
wasn't
that's what
David
you.
talking. This is enemy talking.
Yeah, but
You was talking
enemy.
to David.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
You
what my
answered his
point.
question to David.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's my point to David. You just
Oh, okay.
explained
Yeah.
the whole point. That's
Oh,
my
okay.
point.
No, it's
Well,
That's
you're
not
my
that.
welcome.
point.
Because listen, it's not that simple. Here's the thing.
Oh,
It's not that
it's,
simple because
okay.
let me address it real quick. Really simple. It's a person in the Republican Party, or even a person on the conservative like media circuit. If they get caught out with even a slightly hint of a racist statement, you get out there, okay? If you say shit way less provocative than Don Imus in the nappy-headed hoes comment, you get kicked out. So on the left, right, you can call black people any kind of slur you want, and they never fire you. You can call them coons on TV and the whole nine. That's the privilege of being on the left. And it doesn't matter if you're white, because I've seen white people at these protests talking shit to black cops. So the whole thing about the racism on the right, y'all need to look in the mirror on the left. And
I'm not
again,
either.
you're siding on the left. On the left, you're
I'm not
siding with the
siding
white
on
people who
either
want
side.
dead black babies. You're siding with the white people who believe in abortion for black people.
I'm siding
What
on.
gets more racist than reaching into the black wombs and saying you should stop working
See,
properly?
time
That's
time
money.
That's racism.
Well
That's
then,
money.
That's
They
racism.
sell
That's
those parts.
how you kill a generation.
time out. Okay, now you're mixing a whole bunch of things, and what you're doing is deflection. You're bringing in all these other issues and all these other things. First of all, let's kick the one thing at a time. Okay, bottom line is, I proved that both parties have issues. We BLM, Proud Boys, neo Nazis, both parties have the issue. Now you're saying, what detrimental things have been done to the black community? Um, uh, uh, Welfare, we can agree on that. Am I right, David? Um, uh, Single motherhood. Um, what is it? Feminism. Uh, no fault divorce. Uh, Child support. I can go on and on. And guess what, David? The majority of the things are done by both parties. Both parties are invested in this thing.
Good,
Both
good. So
parties.
that's why I
Both
say the
parties.
response
So
to that, it's about the
wait.
culture.
Yeah.
Black
Well,
men need to observe the culture and embrace the
Okay.
culture war element.
So
All right, we
the
can't
last true
just lose the
Republican,
culture while they promise us trinkets.
the
okay.
last true Republican president was Dwight Eisenhower, and every subsequent Republican after that was a rhino. He wasn't a true Republican in the sense of the word. They was playing to these white conservatives, and I don't let these white conservatives, racists, or whatever off the hook, because quite frankly, I don't give a damn about any of them. What I care about primarily is the black community, specifically the native black community that lived in this country through Jim Crow. And if you want to go further, you're talking about slavery. We're not talking about the well-to-do immigrants that come over here with their families, structures, and the their family, strong sense of family values and all that intact. So when they get in here, it's easy for them. If you come from a war-torn country into a ready-made America that where all the racism and everything is pretty much uprooted, okay, then it's going to be easy for you. Okay,
Okay, so
so
now,
when it comes to Republicans, when it comes to Democrats, I'm looking look, at the end of the day, who are we going to benefit most off of if they get their final cause met? And
okay,
I see that it will be the Republican Party. The Democrat Party is going to lead us into annihilation. Okay, they've proven over the last 60 years that they haven't. They've had unmitigated authority in the inner cities, and they have not produced. All
okay.
right, so we
Stop
got to
you on
do
that.
something
Can I
different.
stop you on that? Can I
All
stop you
right.
on that? The Republicans have been control of the southern states. They've been the governors, the mayors, and they control the
Did I
economies of the
not just
southern
say
states.
that Eisenhower was the last
Finish my
Republican
Hold
point.
on.
president
Can I finish my
before
point?
Trump?
We're not talking about
Hold
presidents.
on. Hold
You
on.
just said inner cities, and I'm talking about the governors and the cities of the South, and all these things are controlled by the Republicans. I'm not you're not going to change topics on me. You said that the inner cities have been controlled by these Democrats. All these Mississippi, Arkansas, all these southern states have been
Governors
controlled
do
by
not
and I said
control
the
cities.
governor, the governors. I can get you some of the governors of the cities too. I mean the Republican cities too. What are you talking about? There's a bunch of them in the South,
My
and those
Talking about
man,
cities are
governors
my
versus
man,
independent.
you
mayors, bro.
have
Look at the
local
pyramid structure. It's
I can
governor, then it's mayor. Governor runs the state, the mayor
listen,
runs the city. And
listen.
most
I'm
most
making a
black
point.
cities, we vote for Democratic mayors, and we'll vote for a Democrat governor if we can get the chance. That's just the thing with black voters. We vote heavily Democrat. So when you look at the black districts
That's
and the
not what
black
I'm saying.
population,
That's not what I'm saying.
how do you not blame the black the heavily
Wait,
black Democrat establishment for the things that happen in the black district that you've had
I'm
for fucking 3-4
It's not even
generations?
just the mayors, it's the city councils, it's
All
the
right.
it's
All of
the
that.
All
district
right. All
attorneys,
right. All
it's
right.
the
All right.
sheriffs.
You see what they keep interrupting. This is not what I'm saying. I'm
Because you're
saying
going nowhere.
you want to,
Hold on. Let him go. Go
okay.
ahead, Black Torch.
You want to take. I'm saying let's look at a city that's run by a Republican, a Republican mayor. Say Indianapolis, that's run by a Republican mayor, and that city is horrible, horrible. I can go on. I can go on and on about the different cities and the states. And I'm going to go into states because Mississippi, Arkansas have the lowest literacy rate and all that for black people, which the majority of black people don't live in the north, they don't live in the Midwest, they live in the South. So
My,
if
my man, it's an economic
no,
system
I
and a
didn't
system of
interrupt you.
government.
See, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you when what happened when Stacey Abrams tried to be governor of the state of Georgia? She didn't get into the state of Georgia. The white dude got in, right? Is they now Atlanta is run by a black woman, a Democrat. Is that city not run well and effectively? I live in New York. When Dinkins was in here, the city ran fine. In fact, it was recovering. So what are you talking about? It depends. Chicago is run by Rahm Emanuel. It was a disaster under a white dude, and it's still a disaster under a black woman now. So it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with
They're all
what other
Democrats.
policy. No, I said they are. I said, but the dude.
No, Chicago specifically.
I know.
Chicago. They're all
Okay,
Democrats. Unbroken chain of Democrat fuck up.
I'm just saying it's still fucked up. It doesn't matter who's running there because the state of Illinois is fucked up. It's a corrupt state, just like Mississippi is a corrupt state. Arkansas is a corrupt state. It all starts for the states. And you try to say, oh no, it's just a city. Well, I just proved that Atlanta is running fine and well. It's run by a Democrat, a black woman. And Georgia is run by a Republican. I just disputed your whole talking point.
You did not dispute mine. I don't know if you disputed
The
other
one who
guys.
just said that, okay. And another point that David you brought up, Trump has been doing billionaires things. Trump is not a billionaire. We finally got his taxes. He's a fucking liar. He's not a billionaire. The most he ever had at one time was $425 million, which he lost again. His daddy gave him $400 million. He lost that. He lost. He got $425 million for doing the Apprentice, and he lost that again. So what
Has
billionaire are
Joe
you
Biden
talking
ever
about?
lost? Has Joe Biden ever had the opportunity to just blow through what? That's almost $1 trillion. You just, I mean, how many 400 billions
Excuse
did
me.
you just say?
I
400
said
billion?
four. I said four
Listen,
hundred
listen, listen, listen.
million.
The man has
Do
been in
you
the
know?
world. The man has been in the world of high finance for his entire life. He understands the world
He
from the inside
failed.
out.
He has failed.
While Joe Biden has been in Congress, away from the people, away from a 9 to 5, he doesn't know what it's like to get a paycheck. He doesn't know what it's like to
Trump
run a
has
business. He doesn't
failed.
know what it's like to have to hire and fire people or cut some costs somewhere else. He doesn't make these decisions. They're not real to him. At the
Trump
very
has
least,
failed.
you're describing a man who has fucking failed and came back
Trump
versus
has
a
not
man who's
come
been
back.
sitting
Trump
comfortable
has
his
not
whole life.
failed and come back. Did
He's
you
been
read his taxes?
you just described all the money he lost, bro. Why he
How
not
much
dead in the
money
gutter?
did?
All that money he lost.
Excuse me,
Why is he still fucking a
because he
supermodel and living in the White House after losing all
because he
this
took
money?
out because you didn't evidently you didn't read his taxes and you didn't read what came out.
Dude, because it's
He's
not about the taxes, bro.
yes
You
it
fucking being
is.
crazy right now. It's not about the taxes. The
Uh,
taxes are a sideshow. The fact is, the man has a knowledge that has allowed him to operate in a very elite world. Joe Biden has nothing to compare to that shit. He's been
Obama,
fucking squeezing ass in the
excuse
Congress
me,
halls for 30 years.
excuse me.
What about his
You
rape
don't
charge?
think
What
being
about
in
47
Congress?
years.
Hold on.
his sexual allegations?
You don't think being in Congress is experience? I mean, he's been in
No,
working
it's
in
not
government.
business experience. It's
Wh-
what is working in government?
Since when was business experience the prerequisite to run a country? I mean,
Thank you. That was my next
Well,
question.
I'm making the argument that Joe Biden doesn't understand what normal people go through. At the very least, Trump has been in the world of business and economy where you have to make decisions based on real things. You don't necessarily make decisions based on what's right or what's profitable working in government. You make decisions based on what's going to get you elected, what's going to get your bill through, what's going to keep your team strong. We're talking about two different bodies of knowledge here. So when you talk about why Trump can actually reach the common people, like why Trump's getting more love from black men than ever before, it's because people are seeing a guy who just happens to like embody certain things that people can connect with. It doesn't matter that he was born a millionaire. The fact is he's been wheeling and dealing all this time.
And
And
failing,
he eats hamburgers
failing. Okay, he failed. He failed.
and steak
You know
Trump
how
and
many
ketchup on his
Can
businesses
I
steak.
fail,
finish?
bro?
Can I finish? He
You know how
failed
many
at
people?
Trump.
One last
Can I
thing. One
hold
last
finish?
thing.
on, let
You know
him
how
Can
many
I
finish.
people
finish?
are out there
Can I
failing right
start?
Let him
now?
Can
You know,
finish.
I
Let him
people are
finish.
failing all the time.
David,
You only
David.
have to
okay?
be successful once. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm
All
done.
right.
No, that's not true. You don't want somebody who has failed on everything he has done. Now he's running the country, and he failed to handle the pandemic, which is failing the economy. You still comes back to that. His track record is a predictor from his for future performance. Trump has failed the pandemic, and that has failed the economy. Bottom line.
Okay, so how did he fail in the pandemic exactly?
Okay, I can answer that.
Before you answer that question, Theo Moore, thank you, man. This has been up there forever. Said both parties pump money into the economy to maintain the growth of the economy. Economic growth doesn't equal lower unemployment. My man Indigenous TV came back. The Black Torch. What is your worldview? What you actually believe? Because everything you're saying is literally regulated. regurgitated. I'm sorry, regurgitated
No,
talking.
because regurgitate. I'm just starting regurgitate. I'm just saying facts. If you ask me what I make a decision based on, like I said, I look at both. I look at the both plans. I look at the past performance. I look at the what the person actually has done and what they haven't done, and I come back and I said I make a decision based on that. Like I said, I'm a technocrat. I base my stuff on logic and on facts. I don't base them on um, um, emotions. Like I give an example. I don't say, oh, um, trying to get black women to vote a Republican. I don't care what black women done. I moved on from that. I don't care what the churches have done. I don't care any of that. I vote on what is going to be good for me at that moment in time and what candidate is going for that thing. So that's what I'm doing. All right.
As we
So I
all
hope
should.
and let me explain why Trump fucked up the pandemic. First of all, when Obama was president, he established a team to do the pandemic response because they had Ebola came to America. You'll forget that? Ebola came to America. They had to isolate people, nurses and all that, and put them into isolation. He formed a team to handle that. Trump got into power. He disbanded that group and said we don't need them. At the same
Well,
time, David, these are facts, and I can show it to you. Oh,
I'm
okay.
just saying, no, you're talking about the team like they're Delta 6 and they're going to go assassinate COVID. It doesn't
What are
quite
you
work like
talking
that.
about? These are
That
infectious.
team was not going to stop a pandemic.
They did with the
Actually,
Ebola.
actually, Trump had a team in place, but I'm letting him talk.
No, they
'Cause
did not. He had
I
a
want to
team
All
see if
right.
he's going to
afterwards.
tell me something I don't know that I haven't
Excuse me.
already did research on, that I didn't
Okay.
already do a 2 hour video on, and then another hour video on. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So
uh, uh,
I want to just see if he's
All
going to
right.
tell me something that
no, no,
CNN ain't
no, no.
already
Wait,
said.
wait, 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 wait. And the president got on TV and said the coronavirus is just like a cold. That's all, and it'll go away within a couple of weeks. That's not true. And then it took Bob Woodward for him to finally admit he
His
knew
did.
the thing. He knew the thing.
All right.
He
Okay,
All
knew
right.
the thing.
so let me
Okay. All right. All right.
respond to
Yeah.
that,
So
Bernard.
his failure.
No, no. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, I only supposed to go 3 hours. I went over because the conversation got good, kind of got intense. So we technically got to get up out of here. Big Mac came through with a super chat real quick. He said both Black Lives Matter and Proud Boys are trash. Black Lives Matter has more influence because they are backed by teacher unions, school systems, media, corporations, and now sports. That is a good point. I think that's sort of what probably a better worded way of what David Monroe was getting at, because Proud Boys are like off on the outskirts. They're looked at as the bane of society, but Black Lives Matters. I mean, yeah. Joe Biden walked out the house right now with a Black Lives Matter shirt. Nobody would bat an eye.
Bro, listen,
that is a
I
different story.
guarantee you, if a BLM mob rolled up to Joe Biden and told him to kneel or put his fist up, he would do either or, whatever they told him.
Theo
Without
Moore
a
says,
reason.
okay, we are comparing Ebola to COVID-19. This is worse than comparing the seasonal flu to COVID-19. Look, this was an interesting conversation. We will continue it. Enemy Nation, or I thought y'all was calling you Enemy Lines. Enemy Nation. This is my first time hearing about you. I just subscribed to you. So yeah,
Appreciate it,
good shit coming on here today.
Mr. Riley.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely enjoyed your David Monroe as usual. You brought the heat. Black Torch, you did a good lead off. I want to do something like this again because I hate that the quality, the technical difficulties was so bad that I barely want to leave this up. But you dropped some good stuff in the beginning of the show. But fortunately, the technical difficulties got together. But man, good show, fellas. And one of my lights went out, so I'm sitting here in the dark looking like this damn after dark show. But hey, everybody, thank y'all for hitting the like, subscribing. Go subscribe to my other channel. What else? Anyway, anybody who's super chat, cash app, all that, appreciate all your brothers for making this happen every day. What up, Judge Zilla? You would have been good in this conversation. You would have been definitely good in this conversation. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. We out of here. Peace. I'm glad we can't continue it. I gotta roll out. Peace, fellas.